turn off my whatchamacallit, my interface.
Oh, okay. There is no good male orc player at 29, Hans, man. Thank you for your question.
Did he ask who the
Yeah,
best
he
male
said, who
orc
is
was?
best male orc player
Welsh,
at
of
20?
course. Obviously Welsh. It's not even
No,
close.
there isn't one. So that's an easy. There's none. They're all bad. They're all inferior to killing time. Oh, uh-oh. Disconnected.
You are?
Yeah,
The stream?
that's what it says.
All right, fire back up with
Oh, reconnected. We're good.
okay, fantastic.
Whew, close one.
Honestly, yeah, oh man.
No, no, no. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Oh man, welcome back. You guys just missed the play of the game. Unbelievable.
All right. So, I hope that, something I had remembered from prior matches with these guys is that we ran into a little bit of an issue with Triple H not being able to get across. I hope that doesn't... Is it working, guys? Are we back? Can you see us or what? It's important if we have to reset this thing.
Yeah, it's actually
Now would be the time to
now. Yeah, please tell us now.
Yeah, can you guys watch the game? I can see it. I just want to make sure you can.
So yeah, I mean, this is something I always like to talk about. It really probably doesn't matter, but I think it's interesting who the teams send to get boots, in sending the hunter to get boots to get berserking, or sending the druid to get boots to get a lead on the flag. I think at this point you should just send the druid, because the team fight always takes like 4 or 5 seconds anyway to really unload.
Schmuck made Triple H, so he's got to back out into the fight here.
These opening fights are just so important, right? Like, jockeying for mid, getting the druid across, and
for sure.
Yet again, we see Triple H here not in stealth.
Well, he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how he got caught exactly? Was
Perception.
Schmuck just had perception up and then snagged him?
I couldn't see if he had perception up, but he did.
Yeah.
He kind of went right for him. So.
Bong making his way free.
Yeah, it looks like Triple H
Pepperjack is going to try to pick off Triple H on the... Yeah.
Oh, look at that next to him.
Are you want to do the mid fight? You do the mid fight.
Yeah, I'll do the mid fight. I think that's going to be more interesting if Pepper actually pulls him out. This mid fight right now, just the normal stuff, some multi shots going out, some heals, swigs getting low.
Triple H is dealing with Pepperjack right now.
It's dangerous. No, I can't imagine a class you're more afraid of one-on-one than a gnome rogue, right?
I mean, burning the mana on shifts and trying to escape Pepperjack before you even
so
get
much
the flag,
damage.
it's just, it just compounds the longer.
We just saw a net here too.
Oof. Yeah, wow.
Triple H in trouble. Down. Oh yeah.
You'd like to see someone maybe get sent to help from, but instead it's just gold dust.
Yeah, he's going down.
That's close to the worst case scenario, right? Like a druid can escape, but if a rogue's already on you, you have to go inside.
Walks got sapped by gold dust, and now they're able to maybe collapse on him. They're sending the warrior back also onto walks.
Good defense by both.
Looks like they're all coming back.
Schmuck is going up the ramp though to meet up with him.
They're gonna get Bong the business here. I think Walks is not gonna make it out of this, and we're gonna have a full reset here.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I don't think we've seen this yet in any of the games where both teams just can't pick up the flag.
Well, it looked like kind of a response from BT&E when Triple H got jacked up. Yeah. So I have to say, I think that's a smart move, and I think it's something that was not happening in their prior matches. I like that. You guys may not like it. It's annoying, but now they're in a favorable spot.
Yeah.
BT&E's got to be a little bit happy here, right? I mean, they were kind of behind on the pick with Triple H getting caught, and now they kind of reset it.
You want to switch real quick?
Yep. Yeah, if you want to go to SpongeBob.
Got him. We got the legend himself with the flag, the true master, the best class, the best spec, Rhett Paladin. Carrying the flag, we love to see it. All right. So AT is getting set up, it looks like, in the Horde base. This is kind of their bread and butter from what we've seen from them. And so they're going to be happy with that. And they kind of made lemonade here in what should have been a stronger situation for BTNE.
Yeah.
Yeah, both druids with the flag here. This is what you want.
It's going to be interesting to see. I would say it kind of favors BTNE because they're already camped out of where almost 30 wants to go.
Well, they're kind of.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
they're
get a
gonna
nice.
try.
They're
They're gonna
able to
try.
pick some people in mid here,
Yeah,
right?
they
And
picked out
kind of
Pepperjack as well.
get an advantage in mid fight if they want to clash.
I think they're going to go for it. You know, they almost got Pepperjack. Oh, Pepperjack goes down. So it's definitely a favorable fight. Both their hunters have already interacted. Saw some multi-shots go out.
Yeah, and they're kind of getting pushed back right now.
You
Which
know,
is good for BTNE,
AT is good at slipping out of these situations, though. I'd be
yeah,
Understatement.
Yeah,
if they
understatement.
can,
Yeah,
lock down Bong here.
I'd like to see BTNE just kind of push in. I think they're in the spot where this is a free look. You know, even
Yeah,
if they all die,
right.
their FC could easily get across the field.
It doesn't look like they're going that way though.
Yeah, they're playing it safe. I mean, semifinal, single elimination, can't fault them too much for that.
Nope.
True. Good point. Do you think that affects how teams are going to play in the semifinals compared to pools, knowing that, one mess up might be it?
I certainly think that impact. I mean, I certainly think BTNE is playing differently.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yeah, because I mean, you do still have like best of 3, right? So I think the longer these matches go on, that will come into play. Kind of conservative play,
for sure.
Playing it a little bit safer. No one wants to go home, so
yeah,
this is going to be a good game. I think both teams are going to really, play it methodically if they can.
Yeah, so BTNE kind of looked to be offering the split, and then, but I think they had a pretty big advantage, and almost 30 said no.
Here it comes. Yep.
And then Siren actually sapped Schmuck out of stealth, and then there was kind of a delay where both teams fought, and BTNE said, all right.
Here it comes. We're getting 6-4 is just how we want it.
Like AT's giving them a little bit of a head start, but WAP does get kind of clipped there.
Interesting. Okay. I wonder if that'll slow down the trap.
So I've got walks.
Okay. Means I will have Triple H.
Yeah.
So is this the same offense as we've seen kind of in the past from almost 30, where they have, it looks about this exact same. They're not switching anything up. They have a winning formula. They're going to be spending Swig, Pepperjack, the Red Paladin, SpongeBob, and
if there's ever a time to run 6 and be ultra aggressive on offense, I think this is it, right? When you're even up 0-0.
So we're gonna have a 4v4 with 2 cuts. We have a Shaman Rogue cut from BTNE, and no, we don't. I'm sorry. We have a Rogue. And what's that?
There was just no trap. There was no trap here by. They actually get a sap on Triple H too. No trap by BTNE.
Yeah, not what you want to see on your first split. Your FC getting sapped there.
But it does look like Walks is the first one under pressure, so that's interesting. We'll see if there's a quick drop by other teams here.
I don't see that.
BTNE does drop right away, and without a trap.
Should I switch?
Yeah, you definitely should switch.
Okay, let's switch.
Both sides though look under duress. Right as I switch back,
Triple H topped up.
Yep, and then Walks gets feared into no man's land.
He's not in a good spot though.
This is not good for BTNE here.
He could get away. Looks like he's gonna get away, and the 2 rogues.
He's got the Ret and the Rogue on him.
Yeah, it's all you need. I mean.
Oh, they sheeped the Rogue. Very good. And the Ret, pardon.
Charge to try and get out. He's still got more AT around him than his own team.
And Walks is in cap position if he really wants it.
War Stomp nade to get a little distance. Nice play.
Looks like Walks might be going down here.
Looks like BTNE's going to get out of this one.
And looks like Walks is going to have to run away. Looks like he's going to meet up with
they're going for the cap.
Waiting for cap here.
Now that I don't know if I agree with.
Oh, now he's got nothing.
Yeah, he's in dead trouble. That's it.
So I think we're going to see a repick here. I don't know if I would have...
yeah.
What do you guys think about that call? Returning there? I think sitting on cap was probably bad
2 mistakes right there. 2 mistakes right there.
And I don't know if I would have instant... Yeah, I think both teams maybe, got a little happy. I'd like to see Walks. He's running mid if you want to go bit to him.
It
Oh,
feels like communication maybe wasn't clear there for either team.
For sure.
Sitting on cap there was a misplay. Maybe the insta return as well.
Yeah. So we get a repick by the Warrior. Now I think we're going to see both teams kind of regrouping mid, but it looks like almost 30 is going to go for a chop here. Their offense is right on them.
Yeah, leaving Bong with only a few people with him.
I can't see who has the flag.
Uh,
Wally.
yep.
Okay, got him.
Running
Don't
into
like this
three here.
situation. Do not like this situation. Oh, they're gonna get a kill
Not a
on.
lot of mobility here.
They're gonna
Really
get a kill on
melted the
Shadow
Warlock
Nova.
there.
Oh
And
yeah,
that
yeah,
was the
yeah.
important one.
And
That's a lot
and
of
the
the
hunter.
damage.
Yep,
Yep. So good focus on the target calling.
yep.
And,
Good aggressive play.
Yep. Here comes Pepperjack,
Still
though.
some good pressure
Uh-oh.
on him.
Through
Oh, boy.
Pepperjack, anything's possible.
And no mobility really kills.
This is something that should get them out of this, though. They should be able to get out of this.
Yeah, it looks like
They got the
Schmuck's about to
numbers.
go
They
down.
got the health. They're on their
Yeah,
side.
looks
Yeah.
like he's safe.
A lot of melting going on there. Pepper, Schmuck, and Dr. Dog all died within a fraction of a second of each other.
Yeah.
I think those are the fights where I do think, I think there's been a lot of talk in this tournament about which faction is favored, and I think in those spots Horde is just pretty heavily favored. I think War Stomp in those spots is just so nuts. We were able to see a War Stomp there that stunned
Yep.
the entire offense.
It's amazing.
Of,
Yep.
And Alliance really just doesn't have that. Also, I think Will of the Forsaken is just really good in those spots, whereas, Fear Ward can only eat up, the one fear. But we have seen some really awesome fear wards from specifically Kess in this tournament. So I don't want to pretend that, Horde doesn't have, Alliance doesn't have some sort of equivalent.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Watch. I think Horde does have kind of a little bit of an advantage in those spots. Like Ally, they'll have Blessing of Freedom, for example, but if you give that to your Druid and he splits off, the rest of your team is still stuck. So it's hard to say, but Horde has the strong racials.
Yeah, I think those like little skirmishes where you just want to gum up the lanes. I just don't think you're right. I don't think Blessing, is a huge boon there. So it's kind of interesting. Both rogues from almost 30 are stealthing, way past the other team. It looks like.
And it looks like BTNE had that figured out, so they came back. Yeah. They're gonna reset there.
There's the hunter with track hidden picking up FBI.
Yep.
Honestly,
Honestly, they got the wrong one though, because Pepperjack is the one that's kind of way out in Africa.
I don't think BTNE is going to give it to him for free, and I think this is the kind of thing that when we were talking about playoffs versus pools, or maybe some more experience in the bracket, I don't think we're going to see people saying, like everyone here is smart enough that they can click on their, SS PvP frames or whatever, and they're going to say, okay, where's Pepperjack? He's not here. We're not doing anything. We're just making him come out.
So these are the moments in the game where, it kind of slows down, not a lot of progress, kind of trading picks in mid, and then eventually, maybe a gentleman's split or something. I think I don't know if Pepper's really going to be able to accomplish anything right now. Even if he gets a sap, there's still 9 other people with the FC. So, I think these are the moments that you kind of want to get over with quickly. As a spectator.
I agree. I think we've learned as a community that 2 good teams can just kind of make these situations last as long as they want, and if the other team's showing you their rogues and saying, hey, let's just split, you're kind of just wasting everyone's time. I don't think a fight, especially at this point in the field, is going to result in Be Tough No Excuses losing their flag carrier, but that's just kind of my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, we got to get to a split here.
Yeah, both rogues behind enemy teams here. It looks like, what is that, Gold Dust maybe trying to get ready for going up tunnel.
Yep.
If the split does happen, which I think is a smart play. Pepper, it looks like Pepper may want to sap and engage here and try something.
So
it looks like they got a sap out on Jeff Hardy, the one of them, and then Pepper's still stealthed. Maybe he's going for a gouge. Yep, and he goes for a gouge on Rick Rude. and we see, kind of what I expected, Triple H running way back and letting them, just make mincemeat of Pepperjack.
So,
This is
while we're
probably
watching,
the reset here.
yeah,
Sorry,
while we're
Peter, go
watching
ahead.
this, no, it's okay. So, this is, I mean, I don't really think anything's going to be accomplished here. This is kind of just,
Yeah.
pussyfooting foreplay. But let's get into something that's a little more interesting. What did we think about? They kind of had two cuts. BT&E, was it too much? Couldn't push down.
Good question. I think you
I
might
kind
be
of
onto
think so.
something there. I
Yeah, I
think so
think
too.
you
I
got to
think
push them
actually if
down.
Walks, I think there was a chance if Walks actually just went and kind of stayed, he had a healer with him. I think he may have been able to cap the flag there if he went Balk instead of going down Banana.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the clip on that. It seemed like he went Banana, which is, in my mind, is kind of like when you're playing poker. You kind of zag when they zig,
Yeah.
and that's what he did. Um, but it did make him way further away from the cap spot.
Yep. All right. Looks like
Looks
we're
like
getting
a
that
looks like
split
a
at long
split
last.
happening.
Looks like we're
Looks
done foreplay. We're ready to fuck. Let's do it.
BT&E yet again looks like they're gonna hit the tunnel first here. Not by much though. Looks to be pretty even.
Hmm.
Yep. And so we're getting gold dust on the cut at least. And
Warrior charging up first.
oh yeah. Probably got that frost resist shield on.
Avoided the trap there.
All right, I'm gonna put on bong here. Walks.
BT&E looks a little bit disjointed here.
And it looks like they're
Yeah.
still going to double cut. Same cut.
4. Yep.
That
That's
priest
a
looks pretty
dangerous
far
cut.
behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Plant Man.
Interesting.
That's tactical. That's Plant Man. That's tactical.
That's tactical.
That's a tactical trail. That's a smart move. We love
Free
it.
sheep, but you get the free sheep on the shaman you see there. So now they really have
Oh
to
no,
get that.
they
And
are
now the
doing
paladin's
5.
running through a frost trap.
They got 5.
Yeah, they got a
And
lot of
Triple
time
H
up
already
there.
dropped.
You want me to switch? There's
Um,
nothing on bong yet.
yeah, I mean, it's might be worth it. A lot of people stuck in frost trap. It looks like Triple H is going to get away relatively safe.
Just now connecting on Bong.
Ooh, that was not good. Walks just took. Oh.
Yeah, this is looking pretty dangerous here.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can get the charge
Oh,
on
wow.
Ricky.
Repick.
I was about to say, go look the other way, but that was really fast. They just melted him.
Yeah. And
A lot of, I think someone who's demanded more respect since this tournament started has been Shadow Nova.
mhm.
And I have to
Who's
hand
that?
it to him there. He had
Is
he had a
it-
big net, a big fear, and a big seduce. So that's three players CC'd with one gnome is not a bad place to be at.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No, we love Shadow
I've
Nova.
I've played with Nova in Phoenix back in the day. And he's just a great player. Good,
Yeah.
Good
For sure.
teammate and a honestly a fierce competitor.
Good player.
He
Yeah.
he plays to win. So I do expect to see some big fears out of him.
He's a guy who definitely wants that Heartseeker medicated butt white player of the game award. Will he get it? I don't know. We'll have to find out. That's for the fans to decide. But
Good job by
I know
almost
he wants
30
it.
cutting off some players here. It looks like they're going to pick up a kill, maybe a couple of kills.
Yeah.
Midfield, they
Collapse
might
down.
be able to
This is
collapse on
not
the stage.
this is a situation where they got to do the AT, I think, and they got to go back up.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little outnumbered here in mid. Druid gets the flag. That's good to be able to be a little bit more slippery while your team, buys some time for you.
There's a few good positives here, though, from BTNE. Both sides are kind of low on mana, so the burst potential is going to be lower. And also, this is the way, almost 30 has a lot of players with really low HP. So,
Looks like Triple H is making his run here.
Yeah, he looks like
Yep.
he's going to get there.
yep, looks like the rogue was just
chasing.
taken care of. Yeah, Swig's doing his best with his cheat on.
If they slow him down, they've got the number advantage if AT can
They
catch
do,
up.
and he's far from the graveyard. But
Yeah, it looks like Swig's actually going to catch up to him.
And Triple H cuts back.
yeah,
Wow,
good
it's
charge.
interesting.
Good charge. Good charge.
Yeah, really good charge. I would
Yeah,
say
well played by BTNE here.
the
Yeah.
charges in this tournament have been on point. I
Definitely.
think, I think it's obviously just a point and click button. It's never going to be all that impressive, but I do think there is some setup. And when you watch, just a good druid versus a like a great druid, the great druids are the ones that are able to kind of just break ankles. And when jumps aren't nearly as, big in these mid fights, the one way you can break some ankles for sure is using, a really creative charge. And I've been impressed throughout the tournament. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
uh, one thing I always look out for.
Yeah, I mean, in the last split there, Bong was using Feral Charge, very efficiently, kind of charging into the trap after he got connected on. So, the offensive BTN would have to run back through the trap essentially 2 times.
Yeah,
In such a low mobility bracket, Druid with sprint and charge is really why it is kind of the top FC in my opinion. Just
yeah,
being able to kind of slip away when obviously other classes wouldn't be able to.
yeah. Back in the Stone Age, when me and you used to play against each other in pre-mades, I remember I would put a frost trap kind of near the banana, so my team frost resist
I got
trap
Bong.
totem, and I remember because against the mages, and I found that was actually bad because then you could just charge out my frost resist trap and then get away
Watcher, go to
cleanly.
Triple H, buddy.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of got to use everything at your disposal. As a druid, you really can't do much. You just run away. So those totems or pets, you got to use it when you can.
For sure.
So it's looking like BTNE dropped a trap ahead of time. We like that, just in case he jumps
BTNE
down.
dropped quick. They dropped before the team was even.
Oh,
BTNE is under a lot of pressure. You might want to swap here.
okay.
Well, you got to think that they're maybe talking about trying things a little bit differently, right? The first 2 splits didn't go in their favor, so I like trying something earlier, dropping earlier, just changing it up, trying
Yeah, the
something
pressure is on here. This is not going to be a reset, right? That'd be way too soon for that. No. Good. I like
Looks
that.
Bong is
what?
still.
Pepperjack in tunnel, ready for the cut here.
This is where he makes
Shadow
his.
Nova on his tail.
Yeah, this is where Pepperjack makes his big bucks.
Jeff Hardy can't get sapped here. That would be really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's in combat though.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the cheap. Into gouge.
Feared.
Into fear. Good chain.
Kind of
This
like
could
to
be it,
see
though.
a fear
And
on
the ret has caught
Oh
up.
wow, he is
That's the
going
goal.
down quick, and Bong looks like he's in a
Triple
good
H in
spot.
trouble. That's it.
I'd like to see Bong actually go instead of go. I don't know. It looks like Bong may have
Bong's down.
disconnected.
Another
Yeah, I
reset
would have
there.
gone. I don't know why he keeps going banana instead of Balk. I'm guessing he anticipates that there's going to be a chop there, like a cut. But you
Well,
really have to think the teammates would be telling you, "Hey, get on cap, get on cap."
I think we know by now that AT they really like their roof.
Oh, yeah.
do.
Whatever side of the map it's on, that's their home base. So maybe
Yes.
that's part of it. They feel at home there.
Maybe someone was just yelling "We them boys" over and over again too. You never know what's
True.
going on in there.
Yep, so we have Dr. Dog pulling out his FC Paladin set. I always joke that it's kind of a waste of money for pre-mades, but he's it's getting to
Yeah.
work out right now.
He got a good 45 seconds of use there.
Yeah.
Well worth.
Not worth the 800 gold, definitely.
So now both teams just kind of trying to. This
Yeah.
this could lead to a kill. These spots are always really interesting. I think especially in this bracket, both teams kind of. If you look at both sides, very few melee characters. So this range damage really can just start chunking people out of nowhere
Oh, yeah.
and lead to some kills.
What's the hard time limit that these guys?
I believe
want?
11:30 is what they said. It was blackout proc on Pepperjack, going to lead to him dying. So that's probably means that Triple H is pretty safe. Oh, Pepperjack lives. Incredible. Walks is trying to do the jump on the other. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Interesting jump. It looks like he gets a little stuck there.
That's all right. We'll allow that. We're gonna call that a miss. I would not call that a miss. He got up there.
Not a miss. Yeah, he was
Not a
getting
miss.
shot at, so he decided to come back down to land.
Yep.
Meet back up with his team. It looks like
Tactical.
Triple H is gonna Get a nice walk home, which is nice. Oh no, he
Bong
stays.
going for rotating around to the other side of the map maybe here.
It looks a little dangerous.
It does.
There's a rogue over there. Gold Dust maybe connecting. No, he's back
Yeah,
with
he
his
changes
team.
his mind. Yeah, which is the right call.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
you can't go wrong playing it safe. I know we don't love to watch that, but you can't
Nice
go wrong
charge.
playing a great charge. Yeah.
Trying to go for it. He gets cut off again.
I don't know if he's being indecisive or just, being calculated. I think there's a difference. Amish girl almost gets picked off
Amish down
and
and
does
Window
die.
Liquor down. So 9-9 right now.
Looks like Pepperjack's about to fall as well,
Yeah, I
so
think
there goes a
Gold Dust
lot of
went
the
down
damage.
too. Gold Dust went down
Yeah,
too.
eight,
Though.
eight, eight.
Sap on the priest and a seduce on the hunter, though.
Oh, good sap.
That's great, Sap.
Yeah.
Saps
Another
can
sap.
be huge difference makers. That's critical to get a good one. But again, for me, this feels all like foreplay. I don't really. I mean, something happening here,
I don't know. I think,
but it's not enough.
It
I
It's
think
not
feels
there's
like
a
big enough.
chance.
BT is in trouble and not in trouble at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Uh
here
oh.
they are connecting. A lot of
Uh
melee
oh.
damage.
One thing I was
Warrior on
saying
him.
The
before is,
shaman's back. Then
oh well,
Shaman's
they got
back.
Wally.
Schmuck is still on
Wally's
the other
dead.
side.
So
I think there's a chance
Pepper
here
and
that.
Amish here
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
to help clean up.
Oh, big fear. I'd like to see. Oh wow, big heal too. That must have been a
Was
crit.
that
yeah,
lay on
man,
hands? Or
that's what you
crit?
needed. You needed Wally there to give you that intimidating
Yeah,
shot.
it does look like a lay on hands. I mean, that's a smart lay on hands. I've said this before that I think um,
Uh-oh.
Paladins.
This is
Still good
not a good
pressure here.
spot to be in
Still
here.
good pressure.
Yeah, Wally is just really crunching on him.
Charging back in. Maybe going for a
Goes
pass here.
down.
Church with the repick.
Yeah, but that's not a good spot to be in.
You don't want your priest to have that in the middle of 9.
Yeah, I think they were hoping that Schmuck would get the repick. I think they're trying to clean people out and hand it to Schmuck for a blink.
Church in trouble here. Oh.
Oh, or hand it off to Dr. Dog. He's
I gotta find him.
just lay on hands, so he doesn't have a ton of mana left. Instantly purged on
Another
his Blessing of
connection
Freedom.
by Wally here.
Yeah, wow.
Good charge.
Sorry, guys, I can't.
Another
figure out-
priest
there we
with the
go.
flag.
Yeah, he's in trouble though. If Wally gets free here, he's gonna
Oh,
smash
wow.
him.
Oh, that was really close.
Really dangerous.
Really dangerous. And he's still low. This is still not looking
Yeah.
good. Drops again.
And the flag kind of, sometimes it does that where, you drop it and it actually drops a few feet behind you if and
Oh
it
yeah.
just happened there.
Agree.
Luckily, they were able to pick it up and blink away. Though.
Net down on the mage. Worst case. Another pass to the rogue. Looks like they get out here.
Yeah, hot potato sometimes works out.
Oh, he's got boots.
That was
And
the best look of the game, though. I mean, that would have been a cap for sure.
For sure. Wow.
Oh,
Crazy.
looks like they're gonna send that 9-man push.
Oh, I mean,
Hey, it's
free
working,
look.
right?
Yeah.
It's been working. You know that they're all in their base. Your FC is safe, so take the shot.
Even if you all die here, the worst that happens is that you all died, and you all would have had to walk back to base anyway. So,
Yeah, it's a freebie.
yep, Triple H is dancing.
They're gonna
on
get a
the
pass here.
flag spot.
One click and that would have been a cap, So
Yeah,
Yeah, a grenade on the person who was going to repick, and that's 1-0.
intimidating shout. GG.
yeah, really interesting. I don't know. I thought some of those charges were really, really creative by Wally. Led to some really interesting looks that otherwise wouldn't be there. I think those situations are also kind of the power of the shaman. You can, Ghost Wolf and catch up if you get slowed out of it, and then also you have a lot of slows and purge Blessing of Freedom and interrupt those heals. And I thought, that was Shaman Warrior just kind of showing. I think a storyline has been that Shamans and Warriors haven't been all that impressive this tournament, and it's kind of, a good clinic on why those two classes are so important in transition.
So I think we just saw, a pretty even 10 versus 10 in mid with BTNE. Maybe thanks to what you're saying there, the Warrior and Shaman.
Wait, you felt that was
out
even?
on top.
Yeah. I was gonna say I felt like.
Well, I mean,
think it was
like
decisive.
even
numbers.
numbers.
Both,
Yeah,
those numbers, yeah.
And BTNE coming out on top, they got to be feeling good about that.
For sure. I think I mentioned the all ranged thing, that there's so much ranged on almost 30. That in those team fights, it actually kind of helps to have a shaman and a warrior with those big shields, and they're just absorbing all this damage.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on almost 30 side, those rogues, if they stealth too long, you take too much chunk damage, and they're not the best tanks. They don't have a shield. I don't know
So,
if you guys have noticed those team fights.
oh yeah. Well, I was going to say, one thing we had talked about prior to this game was that I thought that we were going to see a very different BT&E team than we've seen. I feel like we're seeing it.
True.
I think
Uh-huh.
they look very good compared to what we've seen.
Close game though. I think in splits that's maybe favored almost 30 so far. I think two of those caps, if you know Walks is able to go balcony instead of banana, one of those times with a little better communication. I think those are caps.
Yeah.
And I think that mid fight definitely favored BTUF. So we're looking at a game that's a little interesting. I wonder with the information both teams have now, maybe BTUF will try to play for more of these mid fight scenarios. Maybe almost 30
That's
will try
exactly what I was thinking. Maybe they're feeling a little more encouraged to do the death ball,
Yeah.
much to the dismay of the viewers
Yeah.
and us.
Yeah.
I
It
hope
looks
not.
like here we are again. Druids kind of coming out of their base. Looks like, what is that, a rogue? Somewhat close to
Gotta be.
PP here.
Gotta be. Yep.
Yep.
FBI.
And Pepperjack
Elf.
swinging back
Elf B.
around.
Elf B.
Elf B.
B.
Yeah, Elf B.
Yep. Elf B. Tripla.
So I think really what they're looking for is to get Wally in combat, just kind of slow him down and then move across. But
It does look like AT wants the split here.
yeah, now
and
BTUF isn't
BT&E,
giving it to him.
They win a team fight, and they're wanting more team fights.
Yep.
So I see some commentary that, people are saying, Hossman is pointing out that BT&E is comfortable and in command right now, in control. And some people are saying, well, they're losing the splits. And, my perspective is that BT&E kind of isn't in control right now. I mean, they've been sort of commanding the mid and deciding when the splits happen. To me, that's in control, But these teams are so close right now. Yeah, someone said 51-49 BT&E. I agree with that. That's
Yeah,
what
I agree with
It's
that
been
too.
close, but the game is not only splits, right? It's transition,
Yeah.
mid control.
Like, can we agree the tempo is favoring BT&E right now? It's their
I
game.
agree. And if you
They're
look
not
at
winning their
pin-
splits, right? But they're playing the game they want to play.
They have
and
them
AT's
pinned
not.
right up against their GY right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the tempo was not in their favor at the beginning. I think they kind of have gotten a little bit more settled, and they're sticking to their game plan, which seems to be push them up against their GY here.
that being said, I do wonder with Walks on the graveyard and all of BTNE, including their rogue, kind of just chilling out, trying to pin them on their graveyard. What kind of look is that really?
Yeah, what can you
Nothing.
do
What are
in
you
that
accomplishing?
position?
Just graveyard camping them, kind of.
You may win the fight, but you're not gonna get anywhere close to that druid. So
Yeah.
What they have to do is they have to use this advantage to get the slight split advantage. That's really all you can do with it. They're never gonna. Right? They're never gonna get a kill with him sitting graveyard like that. It's pointless. So you just have to use it to get 3 seconds ahead of them. That's it. And then be better on splits. That's all. And I'm hoping they're gonna try and do that.
I think AT is doing kind of what they feel they need to do, and saying, no, we're not going to engage you in mid. We're gonna hold our ground until we split. And if you push into us as 9 or 10, we'll fight you as 9, but our druid is gonna be out of reach.
Well, and that's what you have to do, right? Nobody wants to watch that shit. It's boring, but listen, that's kind of what they're giving them, and that's what they're taking it. But it looks like right now BT&E is trying to set up for their split.
Yeah, it looks like
we're getting it.
Almost 30 has been trying to, and then Wally's kind of camping out, trying to get a hamstring on him. This is kind of something I've noticed he does a lot in the Pugmades, where he'll try to get a hamstring on one person and then run away. And I think it's actually a pretty interesting idea. But I think at the end of the day, it kind of just wastes a lot of time, especially in these games where teams aren't willing to give an inch.
Yeah, that's kind of the Warriors' version of sapping someone in mid.
Yes.
Separate them from their team, slow down the entire push. But as a Warrior, I think that's much tougher to do.
I agree.
How is the push for BT&E going?
A lot of frost traps. It looks like they're only sending up 2 through the banana. I don't know what the thought process is there. Maybe.
You want to switch?
Yeah.
Oh, Bong's already down.
Yeah, I
And
don't
It's
know
Gauss
not
why he
connecting.
here,
jumped. Yeah, interesting. That was just an
quick
interesting thing.
drop.
Yeah, he only dropped against two, and then they quickly all moved to cut. And you see that Wally's going down tunnel to try to cut
Oh yeah.
on the.
I don't think a warrior is enough here.
I don't
I
think so
think with
either.
four AT defense versus one warrior, I don't know what he can really
Yeah,
accomplish. Solo
and
cut.
they actually were just
Yep.
able to slow him down and now run away.
I think he
You
just
know,
has to slow one of them.
Triple H, Triple H is now running,
Trinket on
but
Stu to keep up with his team there.
yeah,
Good force trinket by Wally and trap in mid here. Bong is going to be
Mm.
separated from his team.
yeah,
Yep.
Triple H is under attack as well. The mage is sapped, but some sort of AOE nade broke the sap. Good charge on Swig. Looks like
Yeah, you got
Bong is,
Warlock dots on Bong. I mean, he's comfortable right now.
he's comfortable. Both of them seem comfortable, even though they have some damage
He's
on
gonna
them.
drop here though.
Comfortable, but on the run here for sure. Both of
And
them,
oh, he's in
not
trouble
under
now.
immense pressure. Okay, there's the rogue.
But nope, he's got Church with him though. So
Can't do
that's
much. He's got to stall for his
Triple H
team.
has two on
Yep.
him. He has the. Oh wow, Triple H really has a lot on him. He goes down.
Oh, down he
That was
goes.
so fast.
Oh,
That
Good
red
position.
paladin.
that should
I
be a
know
cap.
it's
That should
I
be
know
a
it's a
cap.
meme,
Oh,
but those red paladins.
they're gonna get a
Oh,
repick.
No, repick.
Woo!
And Bong's now
he
in
might go down
bad
here.
position here.
Oh yeah, Bong's going down here. Too many.
So yeah, I mean, I think AT maybe not quite as good in mid, but
Just
in
quick return.
splits, it seems to be in their favor so far.
Yep.
Earlier we talked about the maybe bad communication telling him to get in space to cap, but that just happened so fast.
Yep.
The red paladin was on him, and within seconds, I'm not even memeing. It was like he went from 75% with a rogue on him to the red paladin was there, and he was just melted.
Well, that's
I mean,
the power of the Red
Red.
Paladin.
Yeah,
The
hey,
best
Jinx.
class, best spec. We all know how it is. And once again, so AT is giving us a totally different look than we're used to seeing here. They're not going to go on their roof and try and get reset up. They're going right out to try and see if they can win this little race here. And it looks to me like they're going to.
And I think this is an advantage of BTNE because they have their flag with their druid. Well, now I guess almost 30 does as well.
Yeah,
but
AT's a lot tighter.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
but
these little micro decisions coming out.
They
Really
got to run
interesting.
into the entire BTNE team here. It seems yet again another even mid fight, and we
Yep.
saw what happened last time.
Yep.
I like my odds if I'm BTNE here.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
think having a warrior and a shaman in these mid fights really just helps. I think those big armor tanks.
Charge on the hunter, so he's kind of dealing with Wally instead of pumping damage. That's what you want.
I mean, I know we want that kind of to be. There's some excitement with this, but I just don't see this getting anywhere. These are not cap situations. It's just too many together on each side. You lose one or two. It's tactical to get a second ahead on that, but this is really, like I said, I'd almost rather them just gentlemen split the whole thing instead of
So it
putting
looks
us through
like
this. But
Pepperjack is down 9 versus 10 here in favor of BTNE.
Rogue goes down.
yeah,
And I mean, AT
And
is being
Stu's war.
pushed. AT is being pushed.
this is 10-8. They're being pushed into horde side. That's not good.
Yeah,
Maybe
and the
you guys are
Reser.
right.
Maybe
yeah,
we
and the
see the roof play now, right?
I think they have to.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going roof.
Bread and butter. Here we go.
Are we dem boys? That's the question they're probably asking right now.
Yeah,
So what is BTNE's plan here? How do you counter this?
I don't know.
what
They're
I'm-
losing
They're
people
gonna-
left
they're
and
gonna
right.
wipe-
Cass and Swig both down. In
They're
the
gonna
tunnel.
wipe. They're gonna wipe them, and then they're gonna make their push, and they're gonna treat
How
it
many
like
how many
right?
do they push up? Right? Because what do they got on roof? Around
I-
five.
5. They have exactly 5, and looks like 4 people on their way back. 2 of them are rogues, which is nice because you can kind of stealth them on Balk, and then sap any of the people.
I mean,
cutting, and
I
then
think you
just send
send
your
it.
guys
I think
down.
you send up like at least 5 or 6.
I think you have to send at least 5.
Yeah,
five
I think
is the
6
play here.
even, and then you cut with 4. I mean, and then hope you can push them up fast. Push up fast.
I mean, if AT gets out of this, I'll be impressed. I don't think they've been in this bad.
Yeah, they have.
This out rotated as far as
They have.
They already dropped. That was great communication. They saw, they were able to kind of juke the warrior and the warlock, but
gonna
they're
go
running
tunnel.
right into him.
Yeah, this is dangerous for AT here.
They got their
Yeah.
team coming up the tunnel here, so I don't know. Oh
Got
wait
a
a minute.
sap on the warrior, which is what they. Ooh, and then a charge on the warrior, but they sheeped it. Okay.
Looks like he's gonna get
Zap
out of
on
it.
Warrior is
Oh,
really
I don't
big.
know.
Ricky spamming wing clips. Was that a,
Big
Yeah.
grenade
trap by
there.
Swig? That's a big trap.
Yeah.
This is that solid dynamite moment. Are they allowed in this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he's
no,
gone.
he's free.
Yeah. Wow.
We
Impressive
got
stuff.
one warlock. That's it. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Yeah. He could get a big fear if he fears the wrong direction, but he's not gonna.
Yeah, he's probably got church to dispel that.
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's
he's
what
gone.
happened. He's free.
There it is. That's the AT special.
That's it. Get used to
Story,
it.
their story of the tournament really has been.
Oh yeah, rough escapes.
The roof reset. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they that's their play.
What's so amazing about it too is like, coming from 19s, that was kind of the thing that all the top 19 guilds all really prided themselves on being so great in transition. I think, when I think the chop, I think all CWS, and it's just you watch almost 30 do it, and it is so effortless against all these teams. These are not, teams that get bullied around by other squads.
No.
So now I think we're going to see BTNE just kind of wipe their base out here.
Yeah.
And almost 30 knows that. If you're looking at the mini map and picture, they're, pulling their team back out mid. They don't want to waste all of our time here, I guess.
Well, that was some good action.
For sure. I
mean-
enjoy these fights. I mean, I know that this game plays a little slower, but at the end of the day, I don't think Warsong would be that fun if we just said, all right, 6 people go banana, 4 people sit roof, we'll blow a whistle when we're ready, and the game goes. I think sometimes we say, oh, this is a waste of time, what's this accomplishing? But, I think I don't think the game would feel as good if we just, inorganically set up that, if that makes sense.
I see Haasman noting here that this is just a tactical error with respect to Mark Henry. If that's Grizzlefoot Wedfins, as the 29s know him, that's a pretty clear fear. Right back up the tunnel. Line of sighting the priest, can't get the dispel right into their team. That's obvious. That's
Yeah.
That's a clear play there. But hey, tactical error from Mark Henry. So just a learning experience. Learning experience.
WAP was famous in 19s for being the best imp win clipper. It's just always first hit imp win clip. I remember Plants would always say, wow, you're so good at imp win clipping. But I think in 29s, where you're kind of advantageous to maybe duck out of combat for a few seconds, lay a trap, we're going to see less of those win clip spams.
Real Man saying he wants to get into a cast. We'd love that. I 100% would love to have him in. He's fantastic.
So interesting here that almost 30 is doing 3 cut. Have they been doing 3 cut and 3 up up the roof?
I've been on the other
time?
side, but they got a big sep. This is
Yeah.
not a good situation for BTNE, but let's see what
Bong
they do.
looks good.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to see a short loop here.
I will say I think that BTNE has been able to loop around more than almost 30 has been doing, and I don't know if that's just based on the
Triple H
comp.
in trouble
But
here.
Yeah,
Poaching
Triple
bots.
H in trouble.
both teams are in trouble, and Bong once again going for banana. I think he really likes going banana up back to up banana, but he gets cut off here by gold dust.
So
It looks like Bong might be going down.
Papa gets out. He kites
Yep.
through the trap at the entrance to roof.
He's full
twice.
health. How's Bong doing?
Bong
Is
is
he-
going down tunnel. Looks like he's going to get away. Schmuck played that
Yes.
really well. Rank 1 Frostbolt, then a Poly, then a big Nova. And he's gonna
Looks
get a
like
nice little
Papa
tot jump.
Popper in trouble.
Oh, he's down here.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
probably
a death.
down
That's
for
They
death.
sure.
they need to. I would let whoever.
Holding the cap.
Yeah, definitely just hold it. Bong is pretty far away
Bong
from
making
cap.
his way back.
Bandaging up. Oh, bandage with a dot on him. Not sure.
Small misplay there.
Yeah.
Bong's going back in. Not sure why. Yeah, he came back out. That makes more
Yeah.
sense.
And BTNE mops up a couple people. The War Hunter. Looks like their whole team is escorting Ricky Rude back out now. I don't know. To me, the story right now is that there have been 3 separate times where Walks has gone banana instead of Balk, and in all 3 times, the flag gets returned, and then he's just out of position to cap. I am not sure if that's their strategy. They just think that that's like a better way to go and it's less likely to get chopped. But I, I think it's just, I don't know about that. I think putting your person away from cap is, you're just not progressing the game. But what do I know?
Yeah, you got to take some risks as a druid, right? And I think that's why AT likes staying up on roof as much as possible.
Yep.
And, obviously you want to be up there when the flag is returned. You just drop down. So I think, to me, that's what I think they're trying to do is let's stay as close as we can to the roof, kind of go back through banana over and over again. I don't think the timing has just been lining up at all.
So BTNE offers a split. AT, it looks pretty even to me. AT rejects it and sends their offense to cut off the other offense. So, but now it looks like they're all kind of saying, all right, come on now.
No, they're gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wally charges in, gets a hamstring, runs away. Kind of
Classic
signature.
Wally.
And
Yep,
then they come
classic
back
Wally.
and serpent sting them. That's funny.
Pretty equal split here. BTNE again maybe reaching tunnel just a couple seconds before
Yep.
AT.
Yeah.
But they hit a trap, so it doesn't look like AT hit. Oh, yep, AT.
Yeah, both
Last
teams.
person hit a trap, so they both hit traps.
All right, I'll put on. I'll do bong.
Okay. So far, though, do you think that it's right to just keep sending the same
Bong
strategy almost every
already
time?
dropped.
Oh wow.
I think you got to change something up. Bong with the earlier drop, like
There's
AT,
only one cut.
They
Yeah.
are changing something here, right? And BTNE has to adapt to that.
Yeah. BT&E now behind. Right. They started a few steps up, and now I take it they're behind. I don't know if. How far up?
AT is barely getting going. Pepper gets caught out of stealth. So we'll see where this goes. I think this is the spot though that BT&E likes being in. I think they like when Wally has a chance to get a charge off. But
Yeah, you didn't get it though.
Schmuck says no to that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And now we have a lot of people collapsing on Triple H. He was not even able to drop here.
It really feels like AT's offense when it does connect is just a little bit more potent than BTNE's. We're seeing
For
Bong
sure.
flip
Yeah.
out of more collapses.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit tough for BTNE.
Little dicey for Bong here, but
Yep, and Triple H might
he's
be
in
under.
trouble.
Triple H might be dead here as well.
Bong's going down here. This could be it. This is
I
it, probably.
think
Yep.
Triple H is trying to just risk his life to go to cap, but I think he's going to fall on a sword pretty quick.
Yeah, another
They
reset here.
immediately
Pretty
return.
equal game.
Well, we knew this was going to be a good one.
We've seen a couple. We've seen a couple near caps. Mid fight
For
that
sure.
almost dropped Bong, and a couple. Obviously some good returns on splits.
Stream die? Oh, someone said stream died. No, it didn't.
Okay, that's good. Looks like BTNE might be able to pick off Schmuck here. I wish I knew the res timers. That is either really impactful or completely irrelevant. But looks like Schmuck gets away anyway.
Bong
I could do that
harassed in mid a
between
little bit
games,
here.
probably.
That's what you want to do.
I think if I turn on weak auras, I'll get it. So
Okay.
because I have everything off.
Not sure we need the res timer. I think it's just, it is
That's
something
kinda
to
cool.
think about. It gets
Oh, yeah.
Schmuck. But it looks like Pepperjack, lays waste to WAP. So kind of an even thing, taking out a mage, taking out a hunter. I think both teams are probably going to be able to get by now that they hand off the flag to the druid.
Oh, good
Free look from
misdirect.
BTNE there.
Uh-oh. Bong in trouble here.
Yeah, rogue on him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a sprint.
It doesn't look like anyone is really in the vicinity to help out.
Yeah, a lot of
they're
low
catching up
AT
a little bit.
members
Oh wow,
here.
free look and
Oh,
it.
that's a kill.
This is good.
That's
this
a
is
kill.
looking really good.
Oh, the repick. That should be a return, right? Oh, my
Pepper
goodness
gets the
gracious.
pick.
It is Pepperjack.
He's not looking healthy here.
He's in trouble here.
Can he get on roof or on
Yep,
the
Church is
hut?
probably going to get the repick. Oh, yep. May have been some
Bong's back
fortune. Yep. Wally gets a nice charge in.
Can AT
So this is
slip
the
out of
big
this one?
Big grenade here on the entire world.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
it.
cap.
That's a
Good,
cap.
good first cap by BTNE.
Yep. Clear
In the
cap
mid,
there.
in the mid fight, that seems to be where they're favored.
Yep. I think,
So
almost 30 will
yeah.
look back and say, we had, three opportunities to get caps off of these splits, and we failed to convert on them. And then BTNE has had three opportunities to get caps in transition, failed on the first two, but it looks like they're going to get this third one. And while he's already, back to pick, I think they're thinking, all right, like we're still in transition here. Let's you know put the boot on their throat.
To
Yeah.
me,
So a couple. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Edmund.
no, I was just gonna say, to me, this doesn't change anything, right? Like
No.
AT still wants splits, and BTNE still wants transition kills. So let's see who can capitalize on that.
And Wally went for the pick. Pepper got a nice sap on him, and I think AT really is just like, all right, when you get the flag, secure it. They're kind of going back to the start of the game. They're not really doing as much of an in-base defense. Um, Maybe I'm wrong though. It looks like they're sending three people up tunnel to cut off the
Ooh.
warrior
Yeah,
and
wrong
priest.
direction there for Wally,
Yeah.
maybe.
Wally's got to turn this
Yeah.
around.
Yep.
His
Big
priest gets
seduce.
seduced. Nice seduce by Nova.
Yeah.
Good disarm on Pepperjack.
Yeah, and a really smart grenade onto the succubus. I think that's a play, not a lot of people would have done. He did it
Mm.
actually while the cast was going
Wally's
off, but dies
Wally's
anyway.
down. Yep.
Yeah,
Not
too
sure
bad,
about
too
rushing to
bad
return
AT
there.
couldn't get a pick
but-
here, and kind of push the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, looks like Bong's going to try to go up through Tot.
So yeah, I mean, a couple thoughts is right. Earlier we were talking about like BTNE being kind of in command of the game a little bit because, and I just want to stress it's because they're dictating the pace of the split, and so that is how they were able to maintain that advantage to get that transition kill. So even though they are kind of underperforming in splits, I think we can all agree like they're controlling the tempo of it and when it happens. And that to me is indicative of why they were able to get that cap. I don't know what you guys think
Yeah.
about that.
No, I think that kind of I really think that a lot of it comes down to Shaman and the Warrior. I think they're just better
Yeah.
in team fights than these comps that really focus on just like CCing and keeping a distance. I think when we talked to Almost 30 before, they talked about how their real thing is they want to push for damage, and it's hard to push for damage on those Vile Protectors. So it's been interesting to watch. A lot of the damage is pumping out onto Wally, and he just never dies. So
So
it
you
looks
think
like
it's coming down more to kind of like the class versus class composition
I think so.
versus because in team fights in mid, there's a lot of communication and synergy that kind of comes into play. Timing your CCs and stuff. So I'm a little that's kind of what I believe. Is mid fights are kind of dictated by how well you play with each other. So to see BTNE kind of taking the edge in those fights, it's a little bit surprising to me, considering they're kind of a hodgepodge of multiple guilds.
Well, you shouldn't forget that these guys have played a lot against each other, so they know each other well. And it's kind of a combination of two guilds, even though they're not all kind of playing offense, defense. But, you got
Right.
Lance
I
and Wally,
felt
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
that was their weakness, was that they didn't play a lot together.
True.
Right? But they're kind of coming together here.
Definitely.
I agree.
Right?
And it's nice to see, to be honest. Wally playing nice with other. No, I'm just kidding. Them just playing. They're playing really well here. Coordinating.
It looks like
their
Bong's
cuts.
gonna go down.
Bong's going to go down here, too.
Bong's in trouble. Vanish, cheap shot.
Oh, that's it.
Amish girl come. Oh,
No,
Wally
he's down.
connects.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got
Amish
netted.
girl's there. He got netted.
Missed grenade.
Sucks
Window
being
licker
fucking
below.
horde, but he's dead anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
So now, this is still, once again, we got way too much foreplay, not enough fucking. We got to get these teams out to mid. We got to get the flag. We got to start getting splits.
Yeah, I don't think either team really has an edge here, right? I
Yeah.
mean, one
I
team's
agree
doing
with
a
that.
little better in mid and maybe one better in splits, but it really feels like, both teams really have to fight hard to get that cap.
I think both teams are playing well too. I think you look at some of the previous games when, it's been two strong teams going against each other. It felt like maybe one team was phoning it in, or one team wasn't on the ball, or got caught with their pants down. Both teams seem pretty prepared to me. I don't think a lot of stupid mistakes have been made this game. I think a lot of it has just been, two good teams going up against each other, and one team's getting the better of the other in certain spots.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more, changing what you're doing, right? If you're having issues picking the flag, because you're getting picked by rogues, you got to send someone with you. Otherwise, you really risk the other team doing that first, and then you
True.
die while they get it out, and you're just heavily out rotated. So
So
it looks
here
like it
comes.
looks like BTNE is sending a lot of help here to get Triple H out.
Well, Pepper Jack's gonna just kill him again right here.
Yeah, this is actually a great spot for
Out,
BTNE if he gets
out of bear
away.
form. He's got to be in bear here.
Yeah. If he doesn't get away, I think this is actually really bad for BTNE.
Ooh,
If
Dash
he
is
does get
huge,
away though,
right through a
big
crossback
dash.
too.
He's gonna get away.
he's leaving a lot of AT behind him.
Oh yeah.
And now AT only has 3 people on the other end of the field.
Yeah, so here's where BTNE likes their chances. Try and coalesce in mid and collapse on Bong.
So to me, this gameplay here, this foreplay I was talking about, I actually don't know that it favors AT, and I kind of feel like they should go back to their splits game where they were winning.
I
Do you
agree.
think maybe they were tilted a little bit by, I mean, we know that the Schmuck Man came out and said they weren't going to give up a cap. Now they've given up a cap. Are they a little
Yeah.
tilted?
It's like when a heavyweight gets hit in the jaw.
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit. I mean, they're going back to their. I mean, to be honest, this to me is their nuclear option, going to the enemy team's roof, and that's where they're going. I think they're kind of being forced.
Now they are totally in a bad spot. They're about to face down a
10 versus 3.
3v9. 3v9.
Yeah, this is
Looks
not
like
great.
looks like AT is collapsing on ramp. Going to try and meet ramp side. BTNE, in order to stop this, they're gonna have to meet them ramp side is what it looks like.
You got to get. This is where your hunter does all the work here.
For sure.
This is where your hunter delivers.
That's where they make their money.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to see them
got
drop
two
now,
real
honestly.
good hunters.
I don't think they can fight this 3v3, 2v3 even.
This is they may finally got fucked here. This is a tough situation.
They're
Okay,
jumping,
here
man.
they
They
go.
got,
I don't think they're too unhappy with this.
Yeah, Schmuck got a great Nova. I thought
Beautiful
that was a
charge.
warrior,
This could be
but
free.
They've now got 3 members of BTNE that aren't going to be in this clash,
Yep.
and even more that we're cutting in tunnel. So
Yeah.
this is why AT does this. You really
I
cannot
don't
connect
know.
and block all the different spots.
Wally, sear in there.
Yeah.
This
I would have liked to see almost 30 push up, get between
Good
their flag
nade,
carrier and
but
offense.
maybe they get out of this. I don't know.
Big wing
It's
clip.
looking a little
back on.
dangerous still. The mage has to stop these
Oh,
jumps.
this is it.
Bong here going for the jump mid fence.
Okay, good 19s
it.
play.
Pepper
Good
Jack is
19s play. Gets him out of it.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yep.
The good 19s play gets him out of it.
Yep, he's been watching game film.
He's been watching the 19s. Picked up something.
We're gonna claim a 29 jump on that one.
Okay.
What's a 29 jump?
Yeah,
Is
we
there
got-
such
we
a
have
thing?
Diversity. Booth. A little bit of representation for our fellow 29s.
Mm-hmm. Lived experiences of the 29s. We have to respect it.
Wow, incredible. I thought when you look at the map, I'm sure someone will clip that eventually, where I said, 3v9, there's no way to get out of this. And
here they fucking do. It's just every fucking time.
it's incredible.
This is AT. This is truly their bread and butter.
Shout out Peepums, the AT special. He knows.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows. This is what they do. And I just want to note that the real man noted earlier something that Ant-Man had kind of said at the beginning, and I don't think he was watching at that time, but that, they could start, BTNE starts slow but kind of picks it up. And I think that's what we've been seeing. I think they're looking real strong, the last 10 minutes here since that cap.
Yeah, I mean, even before the cap, I felt like the momentum, it started in AT's favor, a little bit of some shaky splits and not much pressure in the transition for BTNE, and now it really feels like the splits are a little bit closer to even, and the mid is obviously kind of skewed in BTNE's favor lately.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I wonder if that's them just kind of settling in, feeling more comfortable and confident to make those aggressive plays.
I'd like to see here Bong not go banana. Every single time so far, I'm pretty sure other than one, he's dropped banana. They also dropped early last time, so we'll see if they, drop early again.
Yeah, it looks like another early drop. So they're
early
waiting.
drop, bottom connector.
They see 5 stuck in that trap. and they know that one person is cutting, and that
Both
one
teams early
person
dropped.
will not be able to stop them.
Yeah.
Tell me if I
Both
should
teams early
switch.
dropped.
A good gouge into a vanish cheap shot by Siren gets the trinket.
Yep.
That's pretty worth. Try and kind of reconnect now.
Oh, here comes Wally with that tunnel cut he loves so much.
Yep.
Again, it's not enough. So they have a hunter in tunnel this time with Wally, but Ricky's going up tunnel now.
Yep.
Actually,
Oh,
BTNE
charge.
perfect
doesn't
fucking
go back.
charge. My God, he is the
Yeah.
king of that shit, isn't he?
Yeah. And now
Him and
BTNE
Scrappy.
goes up taut and gets caught by
Long fear.
Handful.
Yeah, but it's
It's
in
going
the
to be
right
really
direction.
interesting.
Running into a hunter here.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst case.
Triple H now looks like he's going down. 3 people on him.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he's gonna
Bong's
sit
And here
and
comes
drink.
the Wreck Paladin. That's always kind
Oh,
of been the one that gets him.
potion used. He's got to go out to mid here probably.
yeah, this has got to be a reset, right?
Pepperjack's on him sprinting. His sprint is not going to get him
Oh,
away from him.
net.
He's got to
You know,
charge
Bong is
away.
That's a
balcony
kill, I
finally. So
think.
He's dead.
he's
That's
going.
a
He's
kill.
going to Bong is sitting cap.
Repick by WAP.
Oh,
Really.
and now Bong is dead. So, oh nope, Bong
WAP's
is
down
huge
too.
healed.
WAP's got to survive. As
That might be getting away.
I don't know about that.
Bong gets feared off cap. Oh no, good fear pathing.
They got to repick. Oh,
And that's cap.
Oh my
Oh wow.
Pick.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That was fractions of a second away.
I mean that illustrates how close this game is, right?
Yeah,
it's
this
really,
is a battle. This
if
is
you
a
get that
battle.
repick, it's 1-1. At you got to get that repick.
Yeah. You know, when the 19s came to 29s, I think they said, you know, it'll be a waste if we came here and didn't get competition. And you
This
have
is
to think
beautiful.
watching this, they go, this is a good game.
This
good
is what we
competition.
came for, right? This is it.
So-
This is what we're here for. We love this.
When
Yeah.
the 19s came to 29s, right, there was a lot of pugging going on, and it was great, kind of the golden age. But what I was gonna say is WAP. I've played with WAP, and he was kind of one of the consistent 19s that would outclick me. So not surprised to see that pick there.
I'm one
He's
of the worst
considered the
clicker
best
clickers.
clicker.
I'm one of the worst clickers, so I have no idea. Everyone seems. Remember that time we were talking, Watch? You're saying like, you know, when you're at like a 10 and a person who's a 50 or a 60 or a 70, they all look like hundreds to you. That's me with the clicking.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah,
bad
same,
at the clicking.
same.
Yeah, I'm so bad.
East Coast ping on a West Coast server, maybe that's part of it.
Could
I
be.
found my role in pre-mades was to be the guy, because I knew I would never outclick people, was to be the guy to say, delay. I make myself valuable in that regard. Let those race car drivers, you know, tell them to
Here we
slow
are
down.
again. The AT special is happening. You all know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Can BTNE cut them off again?
But now they got pretty good numbers. Yeah, I mean they got 9. Oh, 9v10. It almost seems like it's for AT. That's advantage. You know.
Oh, for sure. You got to send. I mean, if they have 9 up there, what can you send to scare
Yeah.
them to make them drop? You got to send like
Right.
7 or something.
Or I'm counting 8. Am I missing one? Someone graved, maybe? At any rate,
Not
it's
sure.
a ton. It's a lot of them.
Yeah. However, Gold Dust just ran in there, and a few of them just ran in there and died. I don't know if that's kind of what CWS did a couple times, where they sent in 3, they got killed, and then it's just like, how about you send in more? Like, you know, 3 people aren't going to kill 7.
Yep.
I always wonder there if it's better, you know, maybe think about it, send 6 or 7, cut with 2, you know, make sure those 2 are like a hunter with a nice trap. But looks like Bong's gonna get a nice easy cross here.
I don't think anyone has an answer for that. The special,
Yeah.
the AT special yet. So especially if they have 9 up there, it feels almost guaranteed that they're eventually getting out of there.
It
For
does,
sure.
doesn't it?
Some good stalling here. Church has
Yeah.
to trinkets. If they
And he gets
connect on
reshaped
Bong
immediately.
alone,
And now Bong's all by himself.
40% speed.
Yeah.
Could
Those
connect
Ghost
for
Wolves.
anyone else. But AT is pretty close behind.
Yep.
Bong going for
Oh.
changing his mind, was gonna go for rejuve. Wow, you know, as I do, druids and shamans, man, they can be tough to.
Oh, yeah.
It's
to get
an
away
even
from
fight, you know. The
Oh,
shaman
there we
has
go.
all the
29s. There it is again.
tools. No, I mean he got frost.
Yeah, I know, I know, I
Frost
know, I
shot
know.
right
I
there.
know
He
it.
pulled out a 29 jump for that one, yeah.
Not 19. Not about to get frost shocked in a situation like that. I mean, you got
Bong feels very safe here. He's just
What I actually think,
jump.
I've seen someone do. I saw JWL do this. I don't want to toot his horn, but he fake jumps on that jump when he sees a shaman's there. I thought that was really interesting. He just jumps straight up and then takes the frost shock and then jumps.
He's real good at jumping.
Yeah.
he is very, very good at jumping.
People like to make JWL jokes, but he's
a good player.
There's a cerebral part to his game.
Yeah. No one would make fun of him and make jokes about him if he wasn't also extremely good.
So yeah, good recovery by walks there here. Going to that jump that's easy to kind of, what's the word, bottleneck. A rogue is on him. My guess is he's just going to hop down.
Hunter's on him.
Hunter even. Yeah.
So one thing I kind of
there's really no threat here.
Since we're in a little bit of a lull in the middle of the game here, what are you thinking for the medicated butt wipes? Who do you think is kind of in the lead so far? I mean, I know it's pretty early on in the series, but what do you think?
I mean, I think Wally's been deadly. I think Siren or Goldust rather. I think he certainly is in the running for me. What do you guys think?
I think it's tough to know which priest, but it feels like these heals have been in these mid fights. I mean, I think a lot of people notice this if they're really paying attention or they watch the replay. But there's times where like Mark Henry goes to 5% and is back up to 100 immediately, and I think I don't know if you've ever. I'm not a big like priest expert, but if you talk to Plants, he talks about how he likes to play a healer as a kind of like the same way people play DPS, where people go for big crits because they're hard to play around. And Wally doesn't really flash heal spam. I mean, Plants doesn't flash heal spam.
No.
He just uses high rank heal.
Yep.
And I think that's interesting because teams think they get a kill and they just make a decision based on it, and then there's a big heal back up.
Kind of a big swing, yeah.
Yeah, and then also it's better on your mana, so you can just the one thing I've noticed about 19s more than any bracket, and I don't is that they love mana. Everything is mana per heal per mana, damage per mana. How much mana do you have? It's kind of funny playing PTR with 39s, and these people have like 2,400 mana, and I was sitting there with 4,100, and I was like, okay, we're playing different games here.
Yeah, well, okay, so I'll talk about who I think is kind of in the lead for the butt wipes as Pepperjack sneaks up. By the way, not going for the cut. Interesting play there. But 39s, is really bursty, right? So you don't really have too many long, extended fights in some of those PTR games. So I do kind of understand why people would go, optimize for more damage, maybe less mana. But as far as the butt wipe player of the game goes, someone called out WAP for the repick that saved a cap. I think that's huge, right? I mean, that kind of changes the game. But I think these druids are really playing well. I think that
speaking of which, Triple H in trouble.
Yeah, Triple H here in trouble, and this is what I mean. Like,
WAP put a repick.
I think that repick's good for. I think that repick's actually fantastic for almost 30. They were so far away, and
he drops it quick though, so it's not too big of a quote unquote misplay in that case.
Big board charge by Rick Rude. And this shaman is just crunching. People running right into the warlock as well.
Plant Man with the repick. Our pal. We love him. Shout out to the Plant Man, our homie.
We got some fans calling out Bull for player of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it's hard to argue.
Controversial call. Controversial call.
Very controversial.
Interesting decision by Bong here to go for the resto. I actually really like it. He's pretty confident they're not going to get the cap. And we see Wally's kind of dancing around tunnel and waiting for the druid, but right behind that druid is all of almost 30. So we'll see what happens here.
Looks like BTNE wants to push the issue here. Try and get another cap in transition.
Their strength.
But playing that close to the graveyard, that's not where you want to be. Pushing this, you're losing your health and mana, and they get sap on Triple H.
That is terrible for BTNE.
And they took out Wally.
Good pick though to get out of that position.
Yep. This, of course, is going to be a test for their transition here.
In this
Oh
case,
wow.
AT has to
Oh,
push, and they do, and they
It
get the
looks like
cap.
they're going to get a cap here if
yep,
Bong,
definitely.
is able to not get
So
stuck in the.
so
That's a cap.
there's your previous player of the game, Pepperjack, I believe, with the sap securing the kill. I mean, that is
Yep.
100% because of that sap.
Yeah.
Well played by Pepperjack.
Wow.
Two, and so
These
now we have
games,
two transition caps, no
each
splits
team.
caps. Yep,
Yep. That has to be a big confidence booster for almost 30, right?
yep.
The whole time they're thinking, man, we're just getting dogged in these transitions. And then finally one goes their way. I've said this on other streams, Worse on Gold is about capping the flag, nothing else. And,
Yep.
doesn't matter if you lose 4 of those transitions, as long as you 1-to-1 on them, cap wise. So
I mean,
all we talk about.
I
I
think
wonder.
that was a
If we
big
see
tactical error though to be in that position, to be out of form. That's a huge mistake,
Hmm.
and he's going to be pissed off at himself for allowing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
be in human form with someone like Pepperjack, um, lurking.
I mean, there's really
Yeah.
was no reason to be out of form anyway.
Yeah, I think what they were doing is there was the communication was that 3 players were Window Licker, the Shaman, the Warrior, and one other. It's hard to tell which one's a priest and which one's a warlock. We're all on. We're all going to Bong, right? And
Hmm.
then I think they were gonna try to get a look, and then he got sapped, and then the tides changed, on the drop of a hat. And I think they were just kind of maybe some miscommunication, slightly out of position. So almost 30, Triple H low health here. I don't know if you want to switch,
Yep.
but Pepperjack, once again is laying the beats.
Maybe some momentum shift happening here with that pick. We'll see. We'll see if AT can
I
kind of
think
carry
Pepper's
that.
health pot also crit. Not that it ended up mattering, but he had no heal on and then just went to like half health from 0. Swig gets blackout procced. I think
Yeah, it looks
when
like
you're
they're
in these
gonna.
transitions, you just take the free kills as you can because it just matters so much.
Yeah, AT just playing,
Yeah,
getting in their base. They're down 2 there, so
I
they
mean,
decide
at this
not to.
point though, right? They should just reset. There's no really free look
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
yeah. You saw Window Licker jump out, jump through fence, go back towards his team.
Yeah.
I think everyone here is cognizant of the fact that that lip wasn't probably leading to anything.
Yep.
I wonder if both teams are going to want to take a split here. After AT kind of gets the cap in mid, and BT&E maybe wants to try their hand at splits again.
I think they're going to. I don't think there's going to
Yeah,
be
I kind of
much
have to.
dancing around. I also think that this game's been going over an hour already. I think
Hmm.
both teams are. I've played with both teams. They don't really enjoy the long games, and I think both teams also really enjoy splits. So I wouldn't be too shocked to just see some splits for sanity here. It's 1-to-1. Both caps have been on transition, so I think even if the split goes poorly, there's always a chance to get one of those transition caps.
I've already polished off a full jar of water. This is
Man,
not good. It's empty.
how many how many laps or how many miles have you gone?
Yeah, how many miles are we
I
at
don't
now?
know. I don't know how it measures it, but it says distance is 165.1. Who knows what that means? But probably,
165 units.
yeah, I don't know. 165.1 units right now.
Yeah.
Ass definitely hurts already. We're only 2 hours in. Suboptimal.
Yeah,
Suboptimal.
Real in chat is talking about how large his male organ is, so it's
Yep.
interesting,
Yeah.
interesting commentary. I don't know how it relates to the
Yeah,
game,
get
but
those hearts out for real man stick, for
We're
sure.
glad
yeah,
we're glad that the spectators are having a good time, getting
Yep.
excited.
We love that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So about even here, but it looks like Triple H is. They're both, huh? It's kind of interesting. They're both in the same spot. I both time on the last push, both of them dropped really quick. I wonder if that's kind of the play they're both going to maintain, or we're going to see maybe some
Oh,
difference.
pepper jack gets made.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to. Okay, they don't go for the kill here. They drop into a trap. Pepperjack is back on the druid here. Not a good spot.
it's about. My guess is he's about to get freedomed as well. Nova's
Yeah.
just waddling around. I'd like to see him start getting on
Nova
some fears.
casting Seduce on the Hunter. Hunter's out of the fight. Well, he gets a
Good
dispel
grenade there. Yeah.
Triple H barely ahead of the offense here. Swig
Ooh,
connecting.
Twig's conch
an
shot missed.
improved skunk.
AT
Looked like he
just
got stopped. Uh-oh.
AT's about to connect here hard.
Yep, and you can tell. I think almost 30 is saying, "Okay, we have a good look
Oh.
here. We're just staying
19's
root."
doing jumps. Gets him out of it.
And a really good
That was
charge.
awesome. Wow.
How's Bong looking right now?
He's looking pretty good. Big charge on his end, but he gets Earthbind totemed. Running through a Frost Trap, though, so he's going to shake some of this melee. Nope. Oh, man, you should swap over.
I should.
And
He's going down.
Connecting on Triple H here.
Yeah, both teams going down.
Bong
It looks like Walks gets a big heal. Triple H goes down, but Walks
that
going
could be a
banana
cap.
again.
He's
He's probably
banana
getting a nice
butter.
band-aid, though. We're going to get charged. Oof.
Yeah, this is a good position if you're Bong, though. I mean, you got one warrior.
Yeah.
You just get out of there. I guess maybe he's here.
Rick Rude has the flag and fighting. So, I think they like their
spot. If Wally
spot.
gets a charge here, this is cursed.
This is Schmuck time, I think if anyone's going to be able to save the day, it's Schmuck. But it looks like Bong's just going to die through these arrows that go through the hill.
Because Bong was so I would have liked the swap, the flag drop to Amish there.
I agree. It's not a bad idea.
He had nothing he could do there after the bandage.
Once again, going banana, I know you want to avoid cuts, but I think at that point, your hunter should have pretty well communicated who's where. So
BTN's going to get that handoff here.
Yep. BTNE, it looks like a little bit ahead here on the rotation in transition.
Yep.
Sorry about it. Trying to cut off Bong, slow him down. Good play, burning some mana here.
It's Frost, so I guess there's no priest in the vicinity. I was gonna say, well, he doesn't need to shift out of it, but I guess he does.
Man, that's a lot of shifting he's doing just to connect.
Yep. He's already at below half mana.
Looks
like he's also almost below half HP.
Looks like they're gonna bring down Bong.
This might be part of the counter to the AT specials. Just don't let that druid reconnect with the flag.
Well, doesn't stop them from using that ret paladin.
Yeah, for sure. This is SpongeBob's time to shine.
But I mean, they're here. They have 8. It looks like.
Yeah, that just is so difficult.
It's so many, yeah.
Like I just don't know what you do.
Well, you're in good company. No one seems to know what you do.
True. They are able to, snag Swig though.
Look at these beautiful 19.
Oh wow, I don't know if that was an AGM, but I thought they were about to just take out Swig there.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Pal knows how to stop this, so AT better not.
Look at this 8. Oh no, don't. If we're talking about 19's jumps, we have someone stuck pretty bad here.
Uh-oh.
Let's get
Who's
a
that poor
camera.
soul? Who is that?
Yeah. Oh, sorry about it. Gets away.
He got away
after a bit. Yeah.
It was a tactical,
tactical.
positional decision.
And now he's able
positional
to
decision.
Out of nowhere, you think he's stuck in the roof there.
Yeah,
that was tactical positioning. So good tactical decision. It worked out perfectly as intended.
Trying to kill Church in tunnel.
I think they're just trying to sheep him.
Yeah. I don't know if the sheep is enough. They're just gonna run down into Church.
Be back up with him.
That's a lot of red there, but he's just
he's gonna freedom and walk it.
It's interesting to see those war stomps come out one after another, put a lot of damage in, and then they just heal right back up. But Alliance really doesn't have a counter.
The healers here with only one rep pally, the 2 priests on AT's team are just, they're doing a lot.
Yeah. They're going to get out of it again.
Priests have impressed me this tournament. I think, especially out of these 2 teams, I think they both would agree that some of their strongest part is their priests.
So BTNE has to keep SpongeBob here while the rest of their team connects, and it doesn't look like they're doing that.
Nope.
Mark Henry is about to drop. Yep,
you can't. You gotta get window liquor on him.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Huge Nova.
And he blinks right in, so they can't pass the flag.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, really good play. Sorry about it's exposed and dropped. SpongeBob,
window liquor's nearby. He's gonna take it right off. SpongeBob in trouble.
Stop these heals. They gotta stop.
Big heal there.
There's
Lay
the
on
card.
hands.
No, I think that was a potion plus other
Yeah, I
heals.
think it was. Yep.
Yeah, I mean
They're able
he's
to
still in
box
a little
out
bit of
the
trouble here.
shamans and Wally for the most part. Looks like he's gonna
Anytime
get
the
away.
flag is not on the druid, it's scary.
All right,
You
he's
know,
clear.
I
Oh
so
yeah,
agree.
of course.
out of it this time, but you know, druid would have obviously just shifted out of there.
But you know, if you have to choose somebody, again, you can't have your druid. I mean, your paladin is your next best choice.
For sure. I mean, someone
Yeah.
made the joke a few weeks ago. It's like the fourth healer, the second flag carrier, the eighth, the
Yep.
seventh DPS, and you know, all those things are true. We've seen all parts of the buffalo here from the paladin.
So here we are. How long are we in the game right now?
2 hours, I think, right? Hour and a half. Hour and a half.
Feels like it. Feels
We
like
are
it.
an hour 20,
Yeah.
and
So,
let's see how.
this is the time in the game where, you know, I kind of mention, you know, what would it look like if you had you know, an item, a piece of gear that could make you run faster. You know, what would that look like for this meta? Jehuda, I know
Yeah.
you love it.
I hate them. I prefer actually. I kind of prefer the speed pot idea as
I
much
think
as we
that's
hate speed pots.
a
I think that
compliment,
makes more sense. You know, because
Yeah.
it shares the cooldown with the healing pot, which I
Yeah,
think you
I
know.
hate healing potions. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't stand them. I'd honestly even be. I know people hate them, but I think faps and speed pots I'd rather have before the boots. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Fap. Ugh.
I
Fap
don't
is the
hate them.
worst. It would just ruin it. I think. I really do. I think Fap would be the worst. Worse even than Rocket Boot. I guess
I
it kind
think
of evens things out a little bit for Horde, but even still.
I think you got, you know, you got to try it. You know, don't try too many things at once, but you know, you introduce one of those
Yeah,
things, see how it feels. You know, but it's hard to do, right? You need a lot of data to make informed decisions about that. You know, like banning entrapment, I think was the best thing that's happened to the 29 premade scene
I agree.
Oh,
in a
without
while.
question. Entrapment is truly the worst thing that you could ever put in the game. I wish they hadn't done it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the biggest reason that I don't Q39s is I just cannot handle entrapment.
So
Not
here we
even-
go again, another early drop with one
Mhm.
cut from BTNE. I don't know if I like this, you know, this cut by BTNE. It's just not enough
Didn't
to
they
This
stop.
is the
open?
safest BTNE has looked at on defense. So I will say that, you know, if their offense is maybe a little slower, their
Not too big of a
defense is doing a great job at slowing them down. They were, you know, Triple H actually went and pulled Pepper out of stealth and rooted him, and then you know, nice delay and the Paladin's cutting, so no worries.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that, but it does seem like, you know, Pepper doing the same thing a couple times led to Triple H maybe knowing where he was,
Hmm.
being able to get him out. So you know, I'd like to see a little bit more, you know, adaptation going on from both teams. But Bong in trouble here, big
Yep.
trouble.
Oh yeah,
Triple H looks like Triple H is going to cap too.
Bong in
Oh,
big trouble.
trouble.
Yep. And if he drops it, I think that it's going to be a cap.
Huge Nova by Schmuck.
No one
Yeah.
seems to be able to catch up here though.
Schmuck's been a player who has
Uh-oh.
really impressed, I
This
think,
is
this
where
tournament.
maybe you want to just drop this to the hunter and just kind of let him run.
I think so too, especially that you. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Or they're just
So
dropping it, letting return. They know that Triple H is going down tunnel, so it doesn't mean he's going to be in prime position to cap. They sent their Paladin and all the rest of their team flag room, so I think they're just going to get a repick and
Back up to
we're
roof.
gonna
let me
see
guess.
AT
You guys
go
think they
roof.
might go to the roof?
I think so.
Yeah, I think if I were a betting man, yeah, I would bet on it.
Man, that
There we
was.
go. SpongeBob.
If you're BTNE, I think you really like how that went. You know, your FC was at 100% HP when your EFC died.
I like what BTNE is doing in mid here. They just kind of picking people off trying to cross. Amish girl down, and what is that? Stu.
Hmm.
They're just not letting him cross so that they have the numbers advantage here. Yeah,
Yep.
although I don't know, AT doesn't feel the need to drop here. So what does it accomplish?
Yeah, I don't know. And it looks like they're going to try to pick off this priest and the druid.
Did BTE make a tactical mistake in returning that flag?
No, they let it return all the way. They
No,
let
they,
it.
they
No.
didn't.
Gold
They
dust
Oh, they
returned.
didn't.
Gold
They
dust
thought-
return it. Yeah.
they thought that Stu would maybe repick and try and run it out.
Does that hurt them though?
Um,
Well, I
I
think
don't think they had enough time to get
if
back,
Stu
and
gets that flag, he could maybe reconnect with Bong, right? I mean, I think it
Yeah.
was not a bad.
yeah, I think it was right. I mean, I think that what probably happened was they said you have a chance at cap, and Triple H was, you know, they saw that all 5 people on almost 30 had already ran back to flag room. It's not like they were even going to try to cap if they returned it.
So here we go with another look at the AT special.
What number is this? The AT special number what,
Take
5?
6 or something, yeah.
And it's a 6v10, and they're going to walk right out ramp side. And, I mean, I don't see how
They walk
BT
into a
stops
hunter and a
this.
mage, but
It's not
that's
enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the game plan here is stall him enough once you know
Oh,
where
this is
he's
interesting. Bong is actually sitting graveyard. I think they're going to try to go graveyard instead of ramp, which they normally do, to kind of give them a different look.
And they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
good
interesting.
advantage here. Really good.
Yep. They've done it again. I'm almost getting sick of seeing it.
BT needs
Yeah.
to chop, but they just don't have the numbers here.
Yeah.
What can they do?
I mean, what were they gonna do? You know, there's.
Like at this point, I don't even like window liquor chasing. Like I don't know. I don't think
What does it do, right? You know,
Yeah.
here.
And he's all alone. And there's like 4 AT between him and the next.
yeah, Gold
yeah.
Dust and Angry Beavers are gaining on him, but I'm not sure.
I
In a
feel like
world without sappers, I don't know here.
I feel like it would have to be displayed by AT for them to slip up here.
These are the spots where I think Ent was saying, maybe if we had some sort of speed item, they could gain on him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you introduce another kind of variable to help you catch, help you run away. Just a little bit more kind of variety in the game,
Mm-hmm.
but who knows, right? Maybe the defense is able to use the speed pod to get away and make it even harder to catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great points. I think, maybe if there's another tournament one day, we'll play around with the rules. I think we can all agree that the rules in this tournament have been good, but we, definitely some things to talk about.
I think there's just things to try,
Yeah, for sure.
This tournament is doing that. I think, kudos to you, Wouch, and everyone who helped craft the rules. I think, especially the 2 hunters or 2 mages.
Yeah, I
really
agree. That's really good.
It's such a different, it's such a different meta from what we see otherwise. So
For sure.
It's kind of cool to see that for sure.
From a narrative perspective, it's great too. You have these different teams choosing to do different things.
Yeah.
I think it's a completely different look as well. So I think we're finally breaking off into, feels like forever since our last splits.
It does.
But I don't know. An early call here is I think one team's going to cap. I think BTNE might cap on this. I think, as we said, the longer the game goes, I think it favors BTNE. They, right there was a really great look. And I think almost 30 keeps, going to that banana. And I just don't, I know that it avoids a cutter, but it really puts you out of position.
So it
and
looks
I think
like they're again going 1 cut. BTN going 1 cut again.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that play.
Yeah, they started with 2 cut but now here they go, quick jump, just as expected.
Yep.
I mean, maybe this is better, right? Because when they were doing 2 cut, the Bong was just kind of kiting up on roof, and maybe that's a scarier position, closer to cap. So they say, okay, we'll let you escape our cut.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be
almost
stuck
30 is mixing it up instead of running. They're running the paladin not on cut this time. So that's kind of interesting, but still not a lot of movement yet.
Just want to call out
Yep,
Bong.
here comes Wally with the tunnel cut, as always.
That's a tough jump to make.
For a 29, yeah.
Yeah, sure. As a female.
All right, so yeah, almost 30 now brings up the warlock, which means
So
easy.
you and I are gonna practice that jump, and we'll see.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, oh, you need to practice it? Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, yeah, I'm the handicap, right? I'm
Yeah. Fair.
So where are we at?
I don't really know. I think both of them seem relatively safe.
Yeah, Bong
They
is home
are
free.
both
He's
going
alone.
back
He's
up the
alone,
roof.
but everybody's slowed up.
Yeah.
Triple H
He should
have
stay
to,
up here. He should
He has
sit
a
up here a
priest on
minute.
him, and that's about it. So I think they're just going to sheep that priest and let it sit for a bit.
when a defense breaks down like this, though, that's when, as an FC, you really feel kind of naked, right?
Oh my
Here
god, it's the
here he
worst.
is sprinting away. He knows that his defense is dead.
Yep.
He's trying to connect with Stu here at the entrance of tunnel. It's a good play by Bong.
Yeah, he's looking for something, right? Like, you got to have something.
Anybody.
Yeah. And really, they're going to reset, looks like.
Yeah.
So he knows his defense is broken. There's no way for him to kind of reset on roof and get a strong defense position. So he's saying, you know what, I'm going to give up on my base, and we're gonna reset.
What is interesting here is their offense is not coming out to meet them, and they are just going for the kill on
They're
Triple H.
about to
Looks
get
like
it.
they're going to get him.
Repick, though.
This is the best person to get the
Kill.
repick, but he just melts. And
Yeah.
they're sending back the warrior and the priest now to repick.
Good spot for AT here.
Definitely. I'd like to see them even start, now that they have the hunter and the mage, maybe try to push back towards their base, but it looks like they're going to do what they do best and just kind of, maybe not reset on the roof, but close to it.
Yeah. They're going to do a graveyard reset, horde graveyard, looks like. Yep.
A lot of low HP. Probably going to see some bandages come out.
I would have liked to see AT, push back, I guess, a little bit earlier.
I agree completely.
I think that they have the rotation advantage, and I mean, I guess they still have it, right? Cleaning up Gold Dust in mid and Window Licker next.
Yeah, but they now it looks like
is it though?
I think they have a slight advantage, right? They have the other two pinned in their base.
Res, right? Horde can res and try and re-meet.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Have
6.
we seen this scenario?
Have we seen
the opposite?
Yeah, have we seen VTAD have to do the AT? Maybe they've learned something,
Yeah.
Fuck, I need a break soon. I gotta get some water.
That's why you kids.
Oh yeah, I'll wake up my children to go to go get me.
Is there not an app for that? There's no app that just like sets an alarm off in your kid's room that's like
bring me water.
Give me food.
Yeah.
So AT is kind of just pushing people back then retreating. It's kind of interesting. They send maybe 2 back, like the warlock and the mage.
They're gonna do exactly what. Oh, devastating sap right there. That just takes. Now you're down to a 5v10. That's not good.
And your hunter, which is kind of your general,
your main man. You need him here.
That is really not what you want to see there.
So AT taking a unique approach where they have 3 or so people just pushing back. They're not even going for kills. They're just saying, "All right, we're boxing you out."
BT has to save Ricky here. Looks like they do.
They're gonna.
So yeah, watch what you're saying. I wonder if AT is kind of showing what they think is the best.
No. Wally's chasing here. Wally's chasing here. I don't know that I like this. Unless that whole AT team up ramp? Is that up ramp? Are they up ramp or are they in tunnel?
No, there's a mix of everywhere. There's the warlock and the mage.
They're waiting outside.
Are pushing people back.
They're mainly in mid though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's 4 mid now, and then it looks like 3 tot.
Just kind of split up here.
Cleaning
but they're
up
getting kills. Yeah.
It's a really slow, methodical approach. I kind of like it, but I also kind of hate it. I don't know how to put it. And they're losing the succubus.
On roof here with Triple H.
And Gold Dust, I think, has been able to. I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, did he get caught? I think he was able to stealth up, and now they're going down tunnel.
Going for it here.
Yeah.
They're going down tunnel into all of almost 30.
That's bold.
And yeah, I would. Are they not reversing? All right. Brave.
Pepperjack is about to get a sap off. He does.
Yeah, this is really brave.
Oof, I hate this.
Big charge though onto the red paladin.
I don't think he gets out here.
We'll see.
He should charge Shadow Nova.
That's a lot of blue names.
You got a charge on Shadow Nova.
They ran right into him.
He's totally safe.
He
looks safe.
Yep, there it is.
Big
Swap
charge,
out,
and then
change to cat, and you're free. Yeah.
And it looks like the shaman is ghost wolfing right behind him.
Net backfire.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die too, but I think they just really. It's funny. I think they communicated well to get themselves in a really advantaged spot. And then once the team fight happened, that was like 6 versus 10.
They're still pushing here.
Yep. I mean, they should.
Imp Conk.
3 healers out. Schmuck's
Oh.
Goom, I'm pretty sure.
Bear form here, trying to just sustain it. It's not
Oh.
looking good. Might
Yep.
want to War Stomp.
This is a tough spot.
Schmuck used his last mana to get a Frost Nova. Now he's just maybe see some wands come out.
Ret Pally's
Oh,
on.
missed
Oh,
the-
no.
missed
Wow.
the top jump.
Interesting tactical decision.
Interesting
I don't know
juke.
that I agree with it, but
Charges back. And
well,
gets
obviously it
killed.
worked out.
Oh, no,
you know,
he's
he's
alive.
10
Wow.
steps ahead, obviously.
These heals have been incredible.
Oh my god. Amazing.
A lot of nades dropped there.
Yep. I think he's getting away free. Impressed he
Yeah.
still has mana after all these shifts. And Schmuck's just saying, you know, I'm out of mana. My stabs aren't doing enough damage, so I'm out. Man.
That was to me that was kind of the picture perfect kind of illustration of like what 29 meta is. Like you can be totally in the middle of a shit show, but as you know, you can just get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, he probably should have died there. He's out rotated, you know, a lot of enemies, but some clutch Novas, Kona Colds from Sorry About It, some great heals from the Hardy Boys. You know, it just gets him out of there. You know, I really was not thinking he was going to get out, but
Yeah, I agree.
the power of 29 Druid FC, you know, he just is able to mitigate a lot of damage, break a lot of slows, and reset.
Yep, I agree with you. It was unexpected. I don't know. It's well, I just don't. I think the big thing is in that initial interaction. I think that almost 30 did a pretty poor job on CCing, out CCing BTNE, and I think maybe, you know, BTNE does have an initiative. They're saying, hey, we're coming out, start CCing now, and maybe almost 30 didn't communicate that well. But it felt like even though BTNE was outnumbered, they were able to kind of lock people down before the fight actually started. That delayed them enough time to get across the field.
I mean, this has been really exciting, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like as long of a game as it has been.
I know.
I agree.
It really doesn't.
No, if you told me it was 40 minutes, I would believe you.
Let's get those boots,
But-
huh?
I think it comes down to a lot of chances to cap, right? That's what really
For sure.
keeps you on your toes. A lot of double returns at the
We're
same
getting
time.
5-5.
5-5. Here we go. A little bit of a change. I like to see that.
I think it was because of some delayed reses. I'm not 100% sure on that,
Okay.
but it felt like the teams really sped up their teams on the split. So maybe someone res and they're like, eh,
So how much does a shaman kind of help this defense out?
huge.
Against
Oh,
this
yeah.
super aggressive offense. I mean, the purge is
Yeah.
of freedoms.
I think
Probably
that's just and
biggest.
Earthbind on double rogue is going to be,
Brutal. Yep.
yeah, and then plus the cure poisons. I think that's just gonna. I honestly think in 5-5 shaman's actually favored.
So
I'm
it looks
surprised
like
teams didn't go to this earlier.
they're gonna fight it out up on roof as long as they can. Like
And
to
that's
see,
what they should do.
like to
More
getting
healers.
a lot of traps down here. He's only got one up on roof so far. That's not enough to kite around this offense.
Yeah, he's going to go down banana. He's home free here. There's Suck sitting on that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he's gone. He can't sit on roof. He knows he can't sit there. So
Walk's doing a quick turnaround,
gonna
going back up
bandage.
banana as well.
Swig coming up banana now. Says he doesn't need to cut.
Yep.
He's gonna start pumping.
Yeah, but they got so many still stuck on. AT's got a couple still sitting on roof here.
Yeah,
They
Pepper
have
Jack.
one cut.
Shot. They got a rogue waiting if they do push him down.
Pepperjack sheeped. He's out of it. What's happening over there on Alliance side?
Not a whole lot. I mean, Bong just keeps kind
Triple
of
H
getting
in a
one
little
step
bit of
ahead.
trouble.
Stu
And
goes
not
down
enough
though,
time.
so I mean that's something.
I mean, BTNE is losing the fight up here on roof, and
Yeah.
it's gonna last much longer.
I think Walks is going to go up tunnel here, and then
He's going to make
Good
his
trap.
move.
Good
it's a
trap.
little dangerous though, having just lost your hunter.
Dropping into FBI. Nope, FBI is on the wrong side.
Oh, he got a sprint off though.
Oh, he almost gets the pick.
Oh
there.
wow!
Oh!
Oh my gosh, that was so close to
Chance
FBI
for
getting
Europe,
on there.
Bong knows that that there's a chance here, running
Yep.
for his cap maybe.
But he runs right into the Warlock and the Warrior. Not good. Stu just reses, and I don't think it's going to go well. I think.
That's a cap.
You gotta make these risks. if
Oh
you're
wow!
gonna-
In the cap.
There it
Got
is.
the
Yep,
cap.
that's a cap.
was a calculated risk. He knew that this was the best chance he's had to cap in a while, and he took it.
Wow, I thought he was gone for running right into those two the warlock and warrior. Those are, I would say, in an overpower warrior, arms warrior, and a warlock, two of the biggest damage dealers,
Yep.
and you just weren't able to end them fast enough. Good
So
stuff.
I like the 5 defense, on BTN. I like that they changed it up for whatever reason, but I think that WAP maybe not quite used to what it's like at 29. I think he needed to play around aggro, or sorry, being in combat
I
more.
agree.
Yeah.
He needed to get another trap at least, to give Triple H a little bit more breathing room. That
Yeah.
didn't happen.
One interesting thing, I don't know if you noticed, but Pepper, when Triple H dropped, Pepper actually stayed up on roof and kept WAP from dropping. And I wonder if Pepper knew, hey, we're not going to get him anyway. I'll let my team push him back up to the roof, and I'll just hold this hunter out of combat.
Right. I mean, they kind of. We keep talking about this. The joke's getting a little stale, but AT Special, they own that roof, and they
That's
kind of
yeah.
did that. They did that again. They pushed the defense off roof into banana, and then Swig cut him off at tunnel. It was just a good, well played by AT.
Another big sap. Pepperjack gets sapped himself. That's a fair trade, right? That's probably
Interesting kind of flank here. I don't know what else to call it. The rogue and the shaman came kind of behind the healers and just started pounding them, and it kind of forced almost 30 to kind
Gold
of
Dust and Window Liquor down here. This is
yeah,
advantage AT.
kind
They
of
should
a risky play for them to do that. They just ran right behind and then just melted. So I
Swig
don't know.
swinging around, trying to cut off Triple H's
got that
escape.
cheat on.
Just Swig. What can he do here?
Yep, he gets the conk out,
Hoping for an imp conk, doesn't get it.
gets a grenade on him though, and he's out of stealth,
And
out
he
of
gets
form.
dazed. Good
Yep,
moonfire by Triple H.
yep. You know what you don't see in 19s? People getting dazed in Cheetah.
That's right.
True. Yeah, 19.
They're just too good for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Skill set. It's just they're not about to get dazed in cheetah. Yeah, just forget
Yeah,
it.
never in a million years will you see a
Yeah,
19 get dazed in
never.
Cheetah.
Not gonna happen.
And Swig retreats. I think they're just saying, all right, let's go mop up the floor back in our base, get ready for some splits. Swig isn't gonna take down an entire army.
They're gonna go back
This
to.
game.
Oh, my pedal broke, so I can fix it. Bad news,
Yeah,
guys.
God forbid.
Are we
got a-
going to see it?
We got a damaged pedal.
No, look at this. Looks like BTN wants the 5-5, even though it didn't work out for them last time.
All right.
I think this is a 3-game series. I'm not saying that they're saying, all right, we lost this one. I don't think that at all. But I think BT&E, we've talked about the longer the series goes, the more they can do. And I kind of like the fact of maybe just trying a lot of stuff in the first game and kind of calibrating. I think AT knows who they are. This is probably the AT we're going to see the rest of the tournament. I don't think the same is true with BT&E.
Yeah, I think, it's kind of been mentioned a few times. I think AT's been playing, at their peak or close to their peak. And BTNE, a little bit, people have mentioned it, a little bit of a dark horse, a little bit of an unknown of what they can pull together. And, I think we're seeing a little bit of that, right? Once they get their bearings, once they're a little bit more settled, they're playing dangerously. I like it.
I agree.
And yeah, Watch, to your point, maybe thinking game one is the best chance to try different things. So going with a 5-5 here.
Yeah, even talking to them, I think that's kind of been their strategy the entire tournament. When you talk to them about the PAL game, they were like, look, we knew we were going to lose. They play a lot more than we have recently. We just wanted to try some stuff. A lot of it did not work. Like the picking without the druid. Like they tried a lot and just didn't, not running a shaman, bunch of different stuff. So I think that's kind of the method to their madness right now.
Early drop as 5.
Both sides.
They don't want to sit up on roof. Into the frost trap they go. Pepperjack on their tail.
Don't love that with the 5-5, to be
FBI
honest.
sprinting into a gouge, gets sheeped, trinkets out.
One thing we often talk about is that roof gives you a number of exits, and that's why you want it the more you have up there, the longer you want to be up there.
So much LOS too.
So now AT doing their best to connect. Can they stop Triple H from routing back up tunnel? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be out of this.
And what does it looks like? Maybe FBI is going to cut back down tunnel here.
More interesting is that it's interesting though in the sense that one team is running a 6-4, one's running a 5-5, and it doesn't really look like
Watch the
the
sap here.
5-5.
Oh,
Oh, you
Oh
can't
my
be
gosh!
uniform.
cannot.
Is that
Why?
the third time?
He's probably tick drinking. That's probably why he's doing that. But
Oh, gotcha.
you got to be aware of where where your rogues might be.
I can't believe that didn't kill him here, but
Well,
could
it's
But
end
now
up.
it looks like Bong's trying to get. We might. Oh
Three
wow,
up.
both sides. Looks like Bong is maybe trying to move into position to cap. Runs right into Jeff Hardy, who I think has Mind Flay, and he runs into
He's sheep.
Rick
So.
Rude.
Looks like Triple H made his way back to Banana, but he's got that Rep Pally on him.
You do not want that.
Goes for the War Stomp to get a little bit of breathing room.
Really good play by the almost 30 defense here. I think they are really hoping to get a return here. They're in great position to cap.
Yeah, this is dangerous if you're Triple
Doesn't
H.
really look to me like Triple H is really in huge danger. Oh my goodness.
And he gets out of form again.
Oh,
Into the
Just
okay,
bad timing. And the Red Paladin's there.
That's
That's how
gonna
you
hurt
know
him.
that the damage is
Yep.
going to hit.
games. Maybe you. Oh no.
Oh no, this is if he gets hit by a long range nade, maybe the Serpent Sting.
Body
Oh.
res maybe.
And this is a cap if they return.
Yeah, they're gonna maybe not pick this.
If I'm Walks, I just jump on this cap here.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
and Wop returns, and
There-
Bongs gets wow.
This
can't get
is
a body
three-
res here.
That's game.
Good.
Oh,
Body-
wow! What a res!
the res timer just in time.
And I think they have a nice clean kill on Walks here.
And now Bong is probably out of position.
Oh wow! Yeah, but he's
He's
not gonna
sitting
make
cap.
it back.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this is still. I mean, that was almost game over here. Triple
Yeah.
H
Pepper's
probably
gonna get a nice bandage off, and I think they're gonna take out Triple
still-
H.
this.
I don't think you do. I don't think you return that right away
Yeah, give yourself a little bit of time to
to kind of recollect. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, he has a quick trigger finger on this. That was
Wow.
crazy. I really thought that
Wow.
almost 30 was going to get that. They were sitting capped for so long. They were in great position. I think I've maybe been critical for Bong going to not being in position to cap, but he really was landed on a nice place frost trap, and just melted. But
So,
See what
some of the spectators have been calling out for a pee break. We almost got it. We almost got our
I know.
a game over intermission.
We all
time.
need it.
Yeah.
but, yeah. I need to refill my water. It's been empty for ages. I'm still fucking biking. I cannot stress how much this sucks, but I got to soldier on. I'm a fighter. Not quitting.
are there any players that are not
We
in
love you.
the one thing I keep thinking about in these spots where kind of the defense breaks down. One of the things that has always been probably the secret weapon that's not so secret of Spacebar is Scrappy. And I would say he's probably the player that I really wish was in the tournament.
Yeah.
Are there any players that you guys are upset you aren't getting to see?
Well, scrappy.
I mean, Brother Man, right? The icon, the hero of the 29 bracket, Brother Man.
Brother
True.
After that, maybe Jizzoint.
Unbelievable killing time. Has
Killing time.
unfortunately, yeah, he just had other obligations. No one's
Yeah.
more disappointed about it than me.
Some-
Everyone knows I'm a
someday
huge
he's in
killing time.
FR today, AFK, waiting for the flag to be returned.
It's
Looks
just-
like
it's just
almost
right now,
30 going back.
kissing his finger, pointing at the sky. That's
Yeah.
killing time right now, sitting on cap. It's a simple game for him.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him so much.
I would like to see poker in the tournament is another one. Serious answer. I think poker would have been fun.
Yeah, serious answer. Poker would have been great. He belongs on a team. Maybe allow some rocket boots. We'll see it. We'll see.
Yep,
show
some faps.
And Faps. Yeah, maybe he'll
Yep.
make an appearance.
Whew.
But real answer. I think regulators would have been fun to see
For sure.
Definitely.
in there. I know there's a little bit of conflict of interest with the butt wipe, award.
Yeah.
Yep.
But them and Muffin, I think if you get those two guilds in there, you get a nice healthy
We should have done that.
Pool of players, like at the end of the day, who cares if you win or lose? It's just it's good for the community, and they've been part of the community for a long time. I mean, not so much regulators.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
mean,
toolbox though, right?
Toolbox.
Since the beginning.
But Muffin, right? Like get
Yeah.
Dons in there. Shout out to Dons and Ferda. It would have been fun to see those boys.
I think I should note that I came to this bracket on the back of Toolbox advertisements. I don't know if you remember those. They were so good. It was so good that I was like, I better make one of these. You know.
I don't know, but great job keeping Wally in combat. Probably hates that the two people in front of him are undead.
Here. He's maybe giving Bong a charge chance.
Yeah, good point. I didn't even think about that.
But charging into a warrior, not exactly what you want to do. Sorry about it, Ricky Rube. Can Mark Henry connect here?
Wally goes down. Window Licker goes down. So this is, if they can keep him up for right now. He
Gold Dust, though.
Gold Dust coming in.
Backstabs.
Siren playing like it's 2007.
Big damage here.
Oh, he's close.
And he's down, but they have the
Church. That's not what you want. Better drop it quick to SpongeBob. This is still a little dangerous if Gold Dust or someone can connect. Sorry about it. Taken down. Looks like they don't have the oomph here.
Wiggs kind of perimetering the area with Nova here.
Another close transition call here. Another close call.
Yeah. I mean, that was, I know he didn't get the kill, but that was Siren's moment in the spotlight. He really was just he was the only person in there pushing damage.
Yep.
Really impressive.
You could really see him reaching for those butt wipes there.
Oh yeah, he wanted it. He wanted it. Absolutely.
He wanted it.
Sweat. It was building up. He was reaching for it.
So yeah, they're just cleaning up over here. They're gonna probably just get Wally low to make him run back and bandage and heal up, or just kill him. Good look though. I mean, that was probably their best look in transition, other than their cap. And it's been a while. Getting a message from someone who's in the game sent me some keyboard smashing. I think they're frustrated they didn't turn into a kill there. I think they thought that they had a really good look and maybe a missed opportunity.
I mean, this is quickly turning into another masterpiece of a game. This has really been an exciting one.
I agree.
We're approaching our limit here, are we not? At 30 minutes?
We are,
Yep. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got to play this out. I mean, hard to stop or not, we got to play this out.
Well, I think we would just start over, right?
I don't know if we would start over. I'm guessing the
I mean like start over at whatever the score is.
We could. I mean, yeah. I think that we'll finish though. I think it's tough. I don't know. Before the tournament started, we did talk about maybe a potential rules change that once it hits an hour, you have, there might be some structure in place to make the games end in a more reasonable time frame.
Mm-hmm.
We decided not to change that going forward. But I think, if enough of these semifinal games go this way, we might have to. But that's just a conversation for another day. But I see this, now that we're down to 4 teams that are all really good, they're not giving an inch. This game has had a lot of action, but I think this is just kind of the symptom of classic twinking.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone would care if we had a few extra nights at casting. This is fun. This is good stuff.
Yeah, and it sounds like we might have some time until the next match anyhow. So.
Yeah, true. I mean, I was going to say, this is what high-level Warsong Gulch looks like. I think
for sure.
Like Rockman has kind of mentioned it, the legend Rockman, the caster legend. He was mentioning in one of his casts, the ideal Gulch is around, an hour and a half, 45 minutes, hour and a half, a long game. And I think that's what we'll see in these semifinals and finals.
I agree.
There's not going to be any steamrolls, happening. I just don't think that these teams will kind of let that happen.
I agree. I also think game one's, maybe I'm wrong, but I think game one's a lot of it is just kind of figuring out your opponent. In other games that I've played competitively, it always feels like the game 1 is the first one that's long, and then randomly you'll get a game 3 that's just over in 40 minutes, and it's usually because one of the teams really figured something out. Looks like they're both going back to 6-4. Not
Yep.
sure if that's a time constraint thing, or they just want to.
Let me know if I need
I
to
think.
switch. I've got
Yep.
BT&E defense now.
Do you think the BT&E thing was saying, okay, the 5-5 is not working anyway, and we're killing slower? We probably should just go back to the 6-4.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
They
that's.
were they were a better team 6-4.
Yeah, I
I
think as you're
agree.
reaching this time limit as well, I don't think anyone wants to, play, 3 hours and not get the game done with.
For sure.
Game 1, you feel a little bit comfortable making risks, taking those risks. So if you're down 2-1, maybe you want to play a little more defensively, but you're running out of time here. So I think you just got to go for it.
So it looks like AT, ended up on their top really fast, and it looks like now BTNE dropped a little later, right into 3 people, and it looks like they're making their way slower to top.
Bong just walking his way through.
Yep, totally
Yep.
safe.
No pressure.
Yeah, it's not a good look for BT&E here.
Yeah, if you want to swap sides, we can. Looks like Pepper's about to maybe connect on Triple H.
Yeah, look at this. Already out on Tots. Jumping up tunnel.
The Succubus is waiting there. We'll see if the Succubus gets maybe something onto Wop or Jeff Hardy.
Nova here. Nice seduce on Wop. Gets the
Yep.
fear on the Druid.
Deadly fear.
Yeah.
Into the Ret Pally. Oh, he's got to
That's-
charge.
The Red
that should be
Pallies
it.
are, and they're right in position to cap.
Really good charge by.
I'd like to see maybe an interrupt there on the Priest. They were all right next to him. I find it hard to believe no one had an interrupt there.
So calling out Pepper here. Good use of his cooldowns.
Oh,
he had
Triple H still in trouble.
Fear.
Bong now is under a
out of
little bit of
round.
trouble. Gets a charge though onto Ricky Rude to get away.
FBI is waiting on Cap.
Interesting.
Triple H.
I would
Triple
like
H
to see him have
looks
cut him
safe.
off there.
Triple H doesn't take the risk.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he's got to
take
reset here, right? Resto hut.
I would have liked to see FBI maybe go for a cheat, like a
Definitely.
cheat shot or
I'm
something there.
really surprised he didn't do that.
That's the type of conservative play you don't want to see 2 hours into a game when you're up.
I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
And Bong, gets netted. Yeah, I'd go on Bong. I think he might actually go down here.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Have to take him down.
This big warrior play gets bashed.
Yep.
Pass to Stu
Yeah.
here. I'd like to see a pass, I think.
I don't
Grenade
think so.
misses
Oh, look at this connection.
right into a bunch of them. Oh my.
I bet Triple H out in mid.
Pepper with the repick. Not sure if I like the repick there.
Well,
Oh no,
AT's going to go to the roof here.
right.
Yeah.
So it was.
Oh, it was a repick on the other side. Gotcha. I didn't realize that they returned right away.
Yeah, maybe another kind of delay that you want there.
Yep.
But
All these fast clickers going for the scoreboard.
I mean, at the same time, I get the idea. You want to just repick it and immediately start collapsing back towards your base.
True.
That's maybe what Wally was thinking there.
Beautiful bop.
Yeah, and Triple H was midfield already, so I don't think they were getting close to cap anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you would want to stall that if you could. But
Oh, I see. They're really going to try and cut him off here because it's just going to be Pepper Dick. They're going to get themselves like a
good. So
7 or 8 on 2.
Yeah, I'd like to see Pepper jump now even and just go Balk. I think
He's doing
there's
it,
no
looks
way
like.
he's just gonna sit here roof for a bit. Yep, that's what
Looks
he
like
did.
He's
There he
jumped.
goes.
He jumped.
Triple H maybe trying to make
Going out to the ramp.
That's
Pepper might get charged here. I think you just said it.
Yeah, but
I
Pepper
gotta
might
find
just.
Pepper. I'm
He
sorry.
gets charged by
Sorry,
Triple
guys.
H.
I
Girls
gotta
there.
find him.
Triple H not in a great spot.
Posh passes to Amish. He's at half health
This is where the Netos really come into play.
for sure.
Looks like Amish is just.
Oh wow,
Someone just
gouging
got in.
midair on this priest. He's gonna fall through the
Warrior,
ground too.
can you get the hamstring to slow him down?
Nope.
Nope. And a grenade for good measure. Then
He's
gouge,
free.
then a wind clip.
There's the Horde Warrior, no blessing of freedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
No EA.
Only if he had spider belt.
Yeah, or that. Shout out 39s.
I love Spider Belt. It's probably my favorite item.
What's it do?
It's just like a 3-second FAP, essentially, of Blessing of Freedom. It's pretty sweet.
Oh,
It also breaks snares. So
Yeah.
it doesn't stop slows, but it breaks snares and makes you immune to snares for like 3 seconds. It's pretty
oh my
sweet.
goodness.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
30-minute cooldown. It's pretty sweet.
39s is some cool gear, cool gadgets. Skull of Impending Doom. Shout out to Skull of Impending Doom.
What's that one do?
Sweet. Uh, it's a deep item, but I think so. Essentially, every few seconds, you take a lot of damage, and then in exchange, you get some movement speed up to I think 60%, maybe 70. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's sweet, but it's cool because you can break rocket helms and blinds and polymorphs with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you really need weak auras for 39.
Yeah, but man, that thing feels like a race car. You do a lot of cool jumps with it that you can't do otherwise.
Oh, nice. Right, of course.
So
Yeah, I
Bong
think
getting harassed can't quite connect with his with Amish to pick
yeah.
a flag.
That being
But
said, 2 melee are the only people chasing him right now. I guess a hunter now is in the mix, but
yeah,
if
no,
I'm Amish girl, I don't feel incredibly scared.
not at
But
all.
4 people about to drop behind him, I don't know if they see them.
Even still, I mean, his whole team is here. It's just,
Yeah,
good charge by Wally. What can he do? No, but
Yep.
yeah. No purge on that mana shield. Maybe a little late.
blink down. Bong about to connect. Get the flag.
Triple
Poor
H
charge
perfectly
came out
served,
a little
but
late.
yeah, I think BT&E got to just back out of this.
Yeah,
And looks like they're doing
really interesting few seconds in some ways, but at the same time, it kind of just feels like more of the same.
that. Yep.
Uh, I think we were, it's funny. Maybe earlier in the game we would have had a talk about other brackets during that, but we've seen it enough that I think all 3 of us were maybe just confident that, almost 30 was going to make magic happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they are just able to slip away. That's I think that's their strongest advantage here in the tournament. They're coordinated. They know where they're like playing calls and audibles out there.
Mhm.
It's hard to block them.
We're getting dangerously close to the cutoff time.
Yeah, I think we're going to get probably one more split here, and then
Yeah.
we'll see. They were so close the last 2 as well. Almost 30 was. I think they're, maybe kicking themselves in some way.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, regardless of the result, I think both teams can walk away with some good info, some good things to work on, for the next match.
Yeah, I think so too.
Although I do think that it favors, as we've said, BTNE, right? I think they're gaining more from this experience,
Yep.
and these high level splits more than AT is.
One thing they did this split is they sent more people out to the tunnel to delay them, and I haven't seen them do that this game. Now they're even blizzarding the tunnel entrance. It looks like they're saying, okay, we're having a hard time stopping you guys. Once we leave the roof, let's try to slow you down getting there. And I think that's a smart idea.
It's good and it's creative and it's it's adapting.
Mm-hmm.
They seem very good at.
One thing Jehuda touches on a lot is every push being better, and I think that's both offense and defense is a really true thing. And I think BTNE, despite being down 2-1, their splits from the beginning to now look much cleaner. However, you might want to jump to Triple H now. It looks like he's under some duress.
Got him.
Yeah, this is not good for Triple H.
Yeah.
No. Charge doesn't get much distance from.
Pepper had a nice freedom there through a frost trap and was able to really just make waves.
There gets cheap shotted.
Let's see if a charge
Yeah,
can
in
get him
trouble.
out of this.
This is it.
Oh wow!
Sure.
I like that, letting them repick.
He's got to blink out or imp kick. Good imp kick there. Is Bong in position here?
He's about to be in a matter of seconds. So if they're able to,
Oh,
and that looks like it could be it
man.
if they get the return. If they get the return here, it's game.
Wow. What a first game, huh?
really
Let me
something.
snip that.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard, how many deaths happened. That is just all transition, you know. Caps deaths don't happen during splits, and that was just, you know, almost 30 put on a clinic, keeping those flags out, and then they really, you know, dominated the splits, it felt like.
Yeah, I feel like the offensive AT is just so if they connect, you just are in big trouble. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of CC coming out from BTNE, a lot of war stomps, a lot of grenades. Still not enough to get away from the freedom in those rogues. And Shadow Nova just dumping CC. Well played by AT.
Oh, for sure. Now, I take it they're probably not gonna play their second game
They
again,
already
right?
have a date, it sounds like, so
Okay,
it's good.
beautiful.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh,
can we
Must
get the
be nice.
Dogman in here or what?
yeah, let's do it. He had the most honorable kills in the game, so it only makes sense. But I would like to maybe get someone in we haven't talked to. I'm not sure. Let's see. Man, what a game.
Oh yeah, we could get Wally. Want to get Wally?
Yeah, let's see if he wants to. All right, dog's not into it. Let me just put out a feeler. See
People
if
must be exhausted here, but yeah, that would
yeah,
be.
I think we might, you know, I'll try to get one person from the winning team. I'll see if someone from BTN really wants to get in, but I think people are pretty exhausted.
Yeah, I would. No, we could take someone from BTNE. Who do they want?
Just asking if either team wants to has someone who wants to come in. Everyone I've reached out to so far has basically said, "Hey, I'm really exhausted."
Yeah.
Um, you know, I think that's totally understandable. 2 hour, 5 minute game, the longest one in the tournament so far. Uh, you know, 3-1. I think both teams have a lot to learn from on this, though. I think usually, you know, we talk about the Heartseeker butt white player of the game. Is there anyone in your mind that, you know, take it home for you?
Jeez, at this point, it's kind of hard to say.
Tough.
Yeah.
You
That's
know.
really tough. I
Yeah.
mean, I think that I think that Bong plays really well in all of his games so far. So he's always a contender, as well as Pepper Jack. Um,
Yeah,
but
we'll
it's hard
take
to say.
walks.
I think the healers are just so impactful on ally side there.
All right,
Uh,
walks. You have to put on push to talk, I think, and then unmute yourself.
Okay, so you can't hear me right now?
We can
yeah,
hear
we
you.
can. We
You're
can. We
good.
can.
Okay,
Hey,
How's
man.
it
What
going,
up,
man?
Locks?
good.
Man,
Uh,
How you guys
happy to
doing?
have
That was
you
a
here.
long game to commentate, I imagine.
Nah.
Very.
Honestly,
GG.
it's funny you say that, but it had good pace, good tempo. There's a lot of action, so
Yeah,
it's it's actually easier than you might think when there's a lot going on. What'd you think?
that was great. BTN's kind of the first team that I feel like has just kind of bopped us in mid.
Yeah, they
To be
really
Yeah,
did,
they
frank,
were
did they?
crushing you guys in those.
yeah, they're really good at picking one person and just killing them really fast before we kind of realize they're gone. Honestly,
Yeah.
CWS I feel like they play a little more cautious in mid. They're just more about control and I don't know, it's just way different. Um,
Yep.
But other than that, like our defense felt really strong at game. Honestly, when they went to 5, we were pretty thrilled. To be honest, it creates, I don't know, especially after the CWS game. Like we were really like we were, our knees were kind of shaking on defense against CWS because they're so good at stopping the rotations. But we got a lot of good rotations in this game, so we're pretty happy about that.
That's
I
true.
I
The
want to
five
ask you.
five
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
felt
ahead.
to really favored you guys. I agree with that. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jupiter, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, that was just what I just wanted to quickly comment that the 5-5 split seemed to, kudos to BTNE for switching something up, kind of changing something. But it felt like it was in your favor. I guess a follow up question is, did you feel at any time in the game that you guys felt like you had to kind of drastically change your game plan, whether it be mid or splits or anything like that?
Mid was really it was like the situations like they basically like they were really good at creating these like messy situations and I think that as a team we've gotten really good at following our game plans but we were still sort of struggling in the improvisation category if that makes sense. The target calling gets a little hectic. It was just yeah, the mid I think is what we needed to clean up, and we were talking a lot about it, and I think we made some good adjustments overall. It felt like mid started to turn around. We at least crossed the flag reliably every time, but albeit with like handoffs sometimes, which was
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in those spots, I mean, you're in a weird spot in those because you're on the other end of the map and you can't see what's going on, right? You know, when you're we call it the AT special as kind of jokingly where you end up with your team on the roof and they're trying to cross the field. And you know, are they really good at communicating where they are? Is it easy for you to get to them, or sometimes do you feel like you're in the dark and just, you know, looking at your map and praying that you get there and get the handoff, or what's kind of the what's going through your mind in those spots?
for me. Like if I can get roof, it's obviously ideal. But I mean, we put it in the hands of the great SpongeBob if I can't be there, and you know, you get a frost trap on banana. Like if we can get like 8 into there, you know, we're gonna like, go for a kill and try to get out that way. Just like get the number advantage and then just push to 10. And like, but if it's clear that I'm not going to make it in, I'm just going to stay stealth, sort of by between ramp and tunnel somewhere. You know, not to give away my exactly.
No, I got you.
Because I've got a healing staff, and like honestly, it's just with teams that are this good, you can't just go for like they know their handoffs coming if they're running towards me. So I feel like it's almost better for me to just cure poison and heal dog across mid sometimes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Walks. I'm not taking notes. Don't worry.
I mean, you know, we can all see the stream now.
So we do, you know, we have the award. You know, we give it out at the end of the match, not at the end of the game, even though it's called the Player of the Game award. It's a misnomer. You know, in your mind, who were the standout players from both sides in this game?
It's a bummer because I can't see offense, and they obviously played really well. The first part of the game, they were just dropping people. So I mean, I imagine it's one of them. I'm inclined to give it to Cass because I just respect the priest's play if it's offense. And on defense, I honestly would probably go Church. I just think our priests are kind of playing out of their mind.
All right, so a priest main picking 2 priests.
Yeah, that's a bias, I'll admit. But
yeah, what about?
I mean, I think I'm a druid main these days. I've been playing so much druid lately.
To me, you'll always be a priest main. I don't know.
It's my best character, I think.
What about on the other end of the field with BTNE? Was there any players that you thought gave both sides, you know, either side particular trouble or was dominating the team fights?
I mean, in the team fights in mid, their hunters were just like really on point. I think they must have had really good assist macros and really good calls because, like, I just felt like we haven't really played against double hunter yet. Like, I don't know, in those mid heavy situations, like against Ruckus, we were kind of able to 10-man it across, but beat up like BTNE. Just the double hunter in mid is oppressive, and like it was crazy. I'm used to just like if I'm separated from melee, I'm usually good. And that's kind of like what I've been operating on with CWS. But in that case, it just felt like their hunters. I was getting them mixed up. But WAP with the clicks always. Maybe I'll give it to WAP.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool. And Jehuda, do you have any other questions?
No, you know, I wanted to talk about the AT special, which is what they're calling it, which has started to become kind of like an event of the tournament, you know, that you guys, like, it's almost at this point, like, these situations, and, you know, we're at this point where we're like, well, we're not even getting worried about you getting out of them, you know. Like, you guys are just
I remember Haas did it last time. It is true. It's the best. If you're not going to get 10 in mid before they get 10 in mid, basically, then I think you just have to go roof almost.
Yeah.
It's so much safer. Even if you only get 6 roof, you force 5 of them up banana, then you're pushing 6 through 5 out connector or whatever. You know, I don't know. As long as you have frost traps, that's kind of like a big panic for us is if we don't get a hunter up into the AT special, then it's much harder to execute it because the frost traps trailing is like you keep those 5 people just completely out of the
Well, you never failed it, so you guys got it done every time.
We did get dropped in mid for that first cap, though.
That first time, yeah.
They dropped like 5 of us. It was insane.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks so much for coming on. I mean, I would say, you
great
know,
game.
there's probably...
pleasure as always.
Yeah, GG, man. Really good
Thanks
job
for casting.
on it.
I really respect that you guys sat through 2 hours.
I enjoyed every second of it.
It was awesome.
It didn't feel that long, honestly.
Yeah.
There was a lot of action going on for sure.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Yep. Thanks, man.
See you, man.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
What's up,
Tom, you
guys?
there? Hey.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Tom, GG.
much, 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 much stronger showing. You guys just keep getting better and better and tougher and tougher. Much, 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 You gonna win game 2 or what?
That's the plan, at least.
Yeah.
And that was a long one. We didn't know it was because we scrimmed AT a couple times, and we keep it under an hour mostly. Both
Mhm.
sides I think got a win, so we weren't really expecting that game tonight, but it was a fun one.
So I
okay, go
think,
ahead, Evan.
the question I have is kind of, can you talk about, kind of the brain drain effect of playing a game for that long? Like, do you think at the 2 hour, hour and a half point, you guys are kind of drained and kind of misplaying and maybe a little more sluggish? Or, what do you think the duration of the game, like, how does that affect you guys?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we used to joke with BTNE, as soon as we hit 60 minutes, the game's over. People are going to start falling apart. I think the Spacebar guys helped us stay together a bit better, but we were definitely it was draining on us, and starting to try and do different things that weren't working. And you just get really tired. But thankfully, it was a fun game. We've been in 2 hour games that aren't fun, but I think we enjoyed it, so that kind of helped people stay interested and keep fighting. And I hope it was okay for viewers. I don't really know how that game looked on stream,
No,
but
I
I
for
think
think
the
it was
players
pretty
at
good.
least, it was pretty good.
I
There's a
think
lot
what
of chances to return and cap, so
yeah,
that kind of kept it kept it going.
you mentioned you've been in 2 hour games or whatever that are just not interesting. There were probably 10 or 12 splits that actually happened. Five of them, almost all of them led to returns. There was a lot of transitions, 2 transition caps. I don't think you can ask for much more in a game, right?
Yeah, and that's how it felt for us. I mean, once we got the rogue and the base thing worked out, which for anyone watching, I mean, that's like the obvious. You don't let the rogue stealth in your base, and
Yeah,
it just takes time. So once we got that figured out, and we're just getting splits going and shots in transition, we felt the game was at a pretty good pace, and we were enjoying it.
Something we've been talking about, and we were just talking about it with Walks, but this thing we're calling the AT special, how they're just slipping out off that roof. Now you guys are gonna have a little bit of time to kind of figure out what to do about that. No one's been able to do anything about it yet. Do you guys have any ideas of how to confront that?
Well, we're gonna talk to the commissioners and see if we can trade WAP for Stu. That'll be our first move. Those traps, man.
holy shit! Are
Uh,
you good? Is it that you want Stu's Boar instead of Little Whopper, or is
Yeah.
it that what's the reasoning?
those traps on roof, man.
Yeah,
Like we just feel like we can't cut to. Like if we're just not getting enough pressure on roof. With
yeah,
he gets the trap on both sides. The trap's going up. It's just really rough. I mean, I think it's partly a horde versus alliance kind of thing, like
Yeah.
freedom.
yeah,
You get the rogue up there, you get him in combat, and you kind of avoid some of that. But he's
for
just
sure.
getting really, really good traps, and at least from our perspective, that
No,
was
that makes
the
sense.
butt wipe whatever player of the game. I forget
Interesting. That was
the
Mm-hmm.
my next
full name.
question. So now I don't even have to ask it. From your side, though, you know, if you say WAP, I'm going to be really concerned. Who do you think was the player of the game from your guys' team?
Watt played good. That
Yeah, I
was
think he did
it's
actually
rough
as well.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he played
He
well.
had some
The
big
first 40
returns.
minutes, I would have said he actually was probably the most impactful player on your team.
Yeah,
Clutch
I don't
retakes
know
and
if
everything.
I don't know if any player in particular. I thought the defense stepped it up this time. I think this is the first game we've played where the offense, I think, needed to do a little bit better work. I think in the last few games we played, the defense is kind of finding its stride.
Mhm.
And I thought they did decent today, especially in the 4-6 situations. So I don't know
Yeah,
if any particular player, maybe Kunz, sorry about it.
gotcha.
I think he played pretty well, but yeah, without watching the VODs, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone on the offense though. It was definitely someone on the defense.
Watching the game, if like when you rewatch it, I think you'll be shocked that it was 3-1 in their favor and maybe not yours. I felt like the tempo was in your guys'
Yeah.
court most of the game. And then it just felt, but it's about getting caps. I think you guys played really well, and I think, there's a lot of, maybe once you figure out how to kill them in transition in those spots, then I think, might even just be a convincing win.
Yeah, no, we liked it. Got to the point where we just wanted the transition shots. We felt that was our best chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one transition cap we gave up where PP got sapped. I think that
Yeah.
was kind of like the
Mm.
that
A
was
little
it
bit of
for
a
us.
momentum shift there for
Yeah,
sure.
that was a rough one. We were feeling pretty good up till then. But yeah, I think the offense, we got to look at it, figure out how we deal with the hunter, figure out what we can do to still have a cut while still being able to fight roof. We got to do a better job with. I just got to get fears out to get rid of the fear wards. We're not getting rid of the fear wards good enough, and
Yeah.
it's too much just for purging to get it done. I just gotta
Yeah.
put fears into it and hope the warrior fear, the priest fear comes after.
Yeah,
But
we actually
We
figured
were
out just an idea that we figured out. The one thing we did was just have the priest grab boots, run into three of them, and then fear take a bunch of fear wards off. I don't know. That's what we did, and it worked fine when I pre-mated. But I agree, fear ward is a tough cookie to crack.
Yeah, but hats off to them. They played really well. Um, I'm glad we were able to get this game in before Thanksgiving, and I'll talk with Schmuck and see when we can get the next set of games going.
Well, let us
But
know. We look forward to casting that, and maybe the one after that too. Who knows?
yeah, let's hope.
Let's hope. Yeah. I think this has been, really exciting for everybody. Well, definitely for us. I hope you guys have had fun playing. We've certainly been enjoying this. This is a terrific game. Thank you for coming over.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah.
thanks,
Yeah.
Tom. Well played, man.
Yep.
GG.
All right, thanks guys. Later.
All right, closing thoughts.
Yeah.
Yehuda, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think I definitely think one of the caps was just a major tactical error. Getting sapped like that out of form. No reason to be out of form in that situation. So I think that like for a 3-1 result, like this is a very close game. This is a long game, close game. Easily could go the other way. I think it's very possible it will. I expect they're going to take a little time, and then they'll be watching this VOD over and over and over again and being ready. BT&E. I bet you AT will do the same thing. We're going to have maybe an even tighter game.
Yep. And any closing thoughts?
Yeah, so I was going to say the same thing. I think that BT&E was kind of on the road to victory until that unfortunate sap in mid that to me really felt like it kind of turned the game around for AT. So I think that's something you got to kind of try to get over it. You just move on. Accept it was a mistake and look at elsewhere where you can improve if you're BT&E. I'm sticking to my guns. I think the longer these games and series go on, BT&E gets a better and better chance to win. They have more to gain from this game.
Yeah.
Kind of looking back at it compared to AT, in my opinion. So, I think if they just kind of stay motivated, if they can kind of fix a couple things here and there, I think they can definitely even this series up next game.
Welchman, what do you think?
As far as the game goes, I think, I thought it was really close. I wouldn't be shocked to see BTNE come back. They're a team that, we talk about this a lot. The 19 teams are really good at preparation. I think we kind of have almost 30 we have for the rest of the tournament. Like, I don't see them making any different changes to their formula. We saw them do a couple different cuts here and there, but nothing enough to make me go, wow, that's different. My guess is BTNE is going to come back for game 2 with some plays drawn up. I don't think they're going to let a lot of that stuff, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, or whatever, don't get fooled again. But now I understand why I did that mistake. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was a great game. I know a few people are a little upset it went 2 hours. I think game ones historically and in other games, maybe take a little longer. Basketball, usually the first game's a little closer than, the blowouts start happening. So I look forward to it. I still pick almost 30 to win the series, but would not surprise me if they came back, BTNE came back and won a game or two. Thoughts on the tournament? Hopefully we get some games scheduled. I think hopefully maybe people watching who, were afraid of having to play on, maybe we didn't want to have to play on a laptop or whatever. Hopefully we get that sorted out. I would really like to see more games happening. I think next Tuesday there's a chance we have something, with one of these two games, so be on the lookout for that.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like everyone else in the chat. I want to see these games happen. Don't need to tell me twice. Don't need to DM me every day. And then I really want to, sorry, and I really want to thank Ant for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Great,
Ant,
man.
Hey,
Ant
thanks
and
for having
I,
me, guys. That was a lot of fun.
just to kind of sing his praises. And someone I've always really admired in the community. I've always felt like maybe me and him, if we rolled on different servers, we would have become best pals. I think we get along great,
Oh, for sure.
similar humor and such. So I really thanks for taking your time out. I don't know if you'll be able to join us for the game too, but thanks for joining. Jehuda, as always, thanks for doing this. If you didn't do this, I don't know if the tournament would be as successful as it's been. And then I want to thank all the viewers. I want to thank all the players, and I'll see you guys. See you guys when we see you. I'll post in the Discord when we find out.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Ant-Man, for sure. Definitely a pleasure, guys. And of course, Wouch good. See you guys next time.
Glad you're good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Wouch good.